Good morning. How we doing? Oh my goodness, we've got a biscuit. We've got Earbright, Hackathon. Hello, how we doing? We've also got, I know Scott's in here. Somewhere. How we doing today? We're going to be working on some Conquest. So, our whole little group at Adepticon went really, really hard on Conquest. We all picked up, like, starters and stuff. I had been looking at the Yoroni when they, like, first showed them off, and I thought they were badass. And, like, Conquest is a system we'd looked at a few times, but, like, I didn't have a faction. I was like, yeah, I really want to hop in with that. And then, of course, the Japanese faction came out, and I'm like, all right, I'm in, let's go. So far, I've only built a couple models. So we've got the Oni, the Tengu, and the Daimyo. So, that's what I've got so far. I think I want to save him. I'm still trying to figure out colors for him. I was going to see, is there one of these that you guys are feeling that we want to work on today? I'm okay with either. So we've either got the Tengu, which is the burb, or the Oni. What are you guys feeling? Vegeta, welcome in. Sir Jerkface, Big Boss, hello. Live in Madness, hello. How are y'all doing today? I'm just kind of getting set up here. How is the weekend, everyone? Everybody says, I think I have to get some Star Wars Legion. Doing it, is it a version 2? Yokai Force, yeah, they're very cool. I also have the Kitsune, the, like, resin one. She is now out of a resin bath, so we'll work on that at some point. All right, chat's feeling the Tengu. I was also kind of feeling the Tengu. I don't know, like, I feel like this is very, like, very obvious, like, Oni, Japanese inspired, but the Tengu's very cool. Let's go ahead and start with him then. So all that I've done is a prime and a quick zenithal. I try not to do, we're going to do black feathers, so I try not to do too much of that on the feathers. But yeah, let's dive in on him then. Guys seem like you want to start on burp. What are you guys up to today? Hey Mazda, welcome in. Almost done assembling the Wadron army box. And I always get the directions for the models in the kit. We were running into some of that. It's kind of interesting to see how just a different company does some of the instructions and stuff. I think Slam said that updated ones are on the website, so if you're missing anything, it might be worth checking out their website. Always burp, the owl needs a friend. Doing very good up here, good, glad to hear it. Yeah, how is everyone doing this weekend? The Origami Warriors? I have the, so far I've picked up the 2-player starter, and I picked up the Kizune, and I'd really like to get I just blanked on their name, but they've got the like spirits, the animated armor almost. Whenever I can, I think that's May that they come out. It's going to be a bit, but I'll add that and the little kappa. I did throw those on my throne. If anyone would like to see them here on stream, they're on my throne, which I guess I will throw that in chat. Too much laundry, get any painting done this weekend? That's fair. I vented a little bit to my friend Slam that yesterday I felt like all I did was clean. I'm trying to do more meal prepping with, like, watching my diet. But it also means a lot more cooking and a lot more cleaning. And I kind of crashed out about it yesterday. I was not happy about how much cooking and cleaning I had to do. Just to, try to be healthy. So it's very annoying. I'll be happy vicariously through everyone else for a while. So I would have moved to the new place. Hobby your heart's out for the Big Boss. Let's go. Chat. You heard Big Boss. Let's do it. What is everyone working on? Biscuits mentioned working on some Trench Crusade. I need to base my Trench Crusade. They're mostly done. I think there's one guy that needs a little bit more work. But it really is just, like, the basing left for them. To, like, get them. I have, like, a couple projects. We just might need to take a basing day here on stream chat. Okay, let me also... I wish I had a better thing for reference. I have to pull up the website here in a second. So I think that's all feather. Could be... No, I think that's feather. That's cloth. I was worried it was cloth. I think we're good. Bees, welcome in. How are ya? We're working on our Conquest. We're diving in. Chat decided it was Tengu Day. So we're going to Tengu it up. What are you up to? Other than that, this weekend, mentioned a lot of cleaning. We were playing some more Monster Hunter. The new title update is out. So I hopped on with Slam. We bullied Mitsune. And then Zoshia has been bullying us. And that was kind of the update. We also had to go back. Slam didn't really finish the grind for Gore Magala, so we were doing a bunch of Gore Magala too. Just all the fun ones all together, you know? I actually got some model kits coming up next. Bandai, but not Gundam. Something called... Oh my gosh, is that Bungo? I know nothing about, but look really cool. Well, you'll have to let us know how those go. Bandai kits are really nice. Like, mostly I've done Gundam, but I was looking at some for, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. I have, like, a Dragon Ball one that I need to put together. Bandai kits are very nice. I think especially if you're used to, like, coming from Warhammer or something. They're a satisfying build. He says, I've had a headache for the last week. Oh, no. I think I'm starting to finally feel better. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds awful. That's a long time to have a headache. So she got buff. My group is like 2-13 against it. Like, we're getting him, but it's a slog. Like, I feel like... I had that moment last night of, like, should it be taking this long for us to get him down? And I don't know. Even with, like, popping the ice crystals and stuff, like, it's taken us a good amount of time. And I feel like, you know, like, we're both decent at the game. I don't want to say I'm crazy, because I'm not, like, one of the people popping things in, like, 10 seconds. But, like, I'm decent at the game. Hekaton's working on, a Rogaldorn tank. Very nice. Yeah, any other hobby projects, chat? The other hobby I did is I had to kind of put the horse blinders on for some hobby last week. I think, I'm going to give them one more look over. But I think we finish up the Votan for T-dubs. So here they are. The really fun part is T-dubs does the snow as if it's like actively snowing. So you can like put it on the armor and on the cloaks and stuff. So I was trying my best to match what he's already kind of done with his army. But yeah, I think they're going to get one more kind of look over final checks before photos. But I think the Votan are ready to roll, which is exciting. Which means this week will be knights, and then knights, and then we'll dive into some new stuff. Yeah. I had some upgrades changes for Liesa this morning. I need to go through the Tarkir stuff later. See what else I want to grab for my dragons. Alright. Well, we let the feathers kind of... I'm going to go ahead and pull them up on the website so we've got a reference. I actually do like the box art for these. I think the hardest part is the daimyo has a lot more... They're almost like peacock feathers. And the color is just a little different than everything else. That's why I'm a little stuck. But that's why I didn't want to do him just yet. So I want to figure out the colors I want to do. But the rest of them we can go ahead and start. Alright. So here is, if anyone hasn't seen these minis, here's kind of the box art. Here's the one specifically that we're working on. So that's what we're channeling today. Conquest Paranoia, hello, how are ya? We got Conquest. What you up to today? Turkey already dropped pre-release this weekend, yeah. So we picked up, we did the Commander decks, and then we did a Collector's booster. But it is pre-release, yep. I think I'm going to start our reds while the feathers dry. The feathers are going to be a decent part of today. Let's go ahead and get the red on there. Oh no, they're birds. Oh, that's right. Because you have the Bushido birds, right? They're pretty chunky birds too, Paranoia. Here's I did a thing on socials, but like they're big miniatures, which I'm really, really enjoying. We have so much room to play and paint. Like they're chunky birds. So I've got I've built a Tengu. I also built one of the Oni. And then the daimyo is who I showed off, who is kind of the leader for the force. So I haven't built a full squad of anything just yet. I was just doing a couple on stream last week, but I will need to catch up to everyone else who's just been killing it. Bill, welcome in. How are you? Work has kept my Thursdays busy. I haven't been able to hang out and talk, play Magic. I figured. I know, unfortunately, just how it works out. Sorry, I'm trying to find a brush. Hopefully you get to join us again soon, Biscuit. Though I don't think the last couple Thursdays between Adepticon and stuff, we have also not been able to, so. As much as, like, obviously we miss Magic time, I don't think the others have been around either. It's been tough with Adepticon. Kind of like the faction that's the Greek, Roman. Oh, the undead guys? Yeah, those are cool. I think there's so much cool stuff. I think the other hard part is, like, they've added even more stuff than the last time we looked. So, like, there's so many choices. I'll keep the red on the fan. That's kind of cool. Go ahead and base that in. Bill says, I'm good. A bit sore from the trench. I was about to say, is the plumbing better today, Bill? Did we get that fixed? Titan, welcome in. How are you? Ooh, you're doing pre-release? Enjoy. What, because I do the, like, the clan-based, like the different dragon clans. Which one are you going for? Because they have, like, this, like, the individual pre-releases for those. Old Dominion is cool. The demos for Trench Crusade, can't wait to start playing for real. I feel like I should show off my Trench Crusade here in a second. Let me get this red on and I'll show you guys where mine's at. It was really cool. We got to... We were just creeping on Paranoia's demo, but it did seem, like, really intuitive and, like, it felt good while watching. Like, didn't have a whole lot of questions other than, like, the little nitty-gritty stuff. Here's some of my Trench Crusade. They're so dark on camera. But here is my Sin Eater. Our special boy. We've also got... This is the one I mentioned needs more work than some of the others. We just didn't get quite as far on him. The Artillery Witch I also need to finish. I think I do want to do a little bit of OSL from the Flames. Where is my Werewolf? Where did everybody... There you are. Where did everybody go? Here's my Werewolf, who's probably still my favorite. Thing is so sick. Well, there he is. And then I also have the Anointed, which are kind of the heavy support duders. I actually need to print and paint my just basic infantry. I've done everything else, but the basic infantry needs some love. So maybe this week. I think we had to replace something on the printer. I guess once that's up and running, bring those on too. Oh, they had to change the Aura of Death rules because, oh, for the bone golems, they're too good. I got Abzan, but mainly because I want their precon, and Temur and Mardu are sold out. I'm excited. I have the Temur Commander deck, and I'm excited to play that. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. It's really funny. The Temur deck has, like, everything I wanted to put into my Ur-Dragon deck, so it's like, I got it. Got it kind of early. I was supposed to play a game of Trench Crusade today, but Friendo gets sick. Oh no. Hopefully you can reschedule. Bill says, Drain Pipe is still clogged. Plumbers are crazy busy right now. They won't get out until tomorrow. Supposed to travel for work this week, but had to cancel. That's nuts. Sarah, because you said the plumbers are busy. Is that frozen pipes and things? The bone golems are peak. They're literally dreadnoughts that are actually tombs. That's pretty cool. How many rippers do you think I could fit on a Psychophage's base before it looks stupid? I think you could get a handful in there. Yeah. I feel like when you're adding stuff like that, if you do like an odd number, sometimes that helps too. So like if you do like 3, or if you can spread it out like across the base to like 5. I feel like that helps a little bit. Mageson, hello. Painted So, hello. How we doing? I still have to change the... Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. At some point. I have to do that. Get the rest of our Trench Crusade. The new Antioch Heavy Shotgun was apparently developed specifically to down that pupper. No! Not my pupper. He's the coolest. Don't take him out. If my pupper just gets blown up turn 1, I'm going to be really sad. Probably never play Trench Crusade again. Thing is so sick. The Werewolf is what got me really looking at Trench Crusade. It was like the first art I saw on like Twitter. Where it's like, what the heck is that? How do I get it? Give it. Give it, give it, give it. Very nice. Is looking at the rules for Trench Crusade. I can't print stuff right now. I might need some assassins. Ooh, for the Cabal Iron Sultanate. Iron Sultanate's the other faction I was really looking at. They've got some cool stuff. If we end up, like, playing a bunch. Honestly, if I just enjoy painting them as much as I did the Heretic Legions, I might just grab them anyway, because they're cool. I enjoyed the heck out of painting the Heretic Legions. Thinking of 8 Rippers, maybe more. I think, yeah, if you're going to spread them out, I think that's a fair amount of room you could get. Ticking over. I feel like it's a phrase I don't know. But we're glad to have you here. We are working on, this is a Tengu for the Yoroni faction of Conquest. Our little group went really hard on Conquest at Adepticon, so now we're all working on Conquest. Exalted has some cool knights from 100 Kingdoms. Scott and Noob both went dinosaurs. Noob was building some muscle mommies last night. I've got Yoroni, and Avian also has Yoroni. Picked it up. I don't know much about Trench Crusade. Keep meaning to look into it. Is it skirmish size or armies? It's skirmish. Yeah. It is skirmish. And essentially kind of World War I based, but with demons and whatnot also entering the fray. So kind of crusade vibes. Muscle Mommy, go on. The orcs that go with the dinosaurs are, yeah, Muscle Mommy. They're very cool. I'll go ahead and start the red trim on some of those. Come back for the actual armor plates in a bit. I don't have the patience for arming me neither anymore. I don't think I can do it anymore. Bill, thank you so much for that sub for 66 months. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. With that sub, reminder, we do have our sub goal. It's down below my face. When we reach that, you guys can pick the next project we work on stream. So if you guys want to see some Kingdom Death, maybe some more Trench Crusade, we could do another magic card repaint. Something like that. We're getting really close to being able to do that. So that is there if anyone is interested. I think we were like 7 subs away. 6 now. Well, thank you for the support. Jezzy, hello. How you doing? How do you follow Marvel Rivals up? I need them to chill with their character designs. I did see the new character. I don't play, but some of my friends do. I did see. Speaking of muscle mommies. We're bringing more thighs to Marvel Rivals, I saw. I started listening to a bunch of lore videos. Oh, for Trench Crusade, from Scanner Barkley at work, in between episodes of Dimension 20. Nice. I probably need to throw some of that on. I'm so bad about YouTube. Like, I'll go into it, like, really meaning to listen to something, and I'm just such a visual person, I tend to tune out after a little bit. So it's hard for me. But I probably should do some of that as well. Okay, that's all feathers. Hold on. Marvel Rivals, pretty much. Just chilling to get up soon, start working on something. Anything fun planned for the day to work on? Wait, Simone Hoodguard, how we doing today? We are working on some Conquest. I'm getting some base coats on my little Tengu. Well, I say little. Those are pretty big minis, which is great. What are you guys up to? Trying to get... This is my first model for the Yoroni, so trying to get some color schemes figured out and just get started. Ravenlord, thank you so much for that sub for 49 months of support. Thank you. How are you today? Good morning. How do you like the rules for Trench Crusade? So I've only seen a demo so far. I watched, we were creeping on Paranoia's demo at Adepticon. And they seemed pretty straightforward, which was nice. Like it was easy to follow along and see what they were doing. We have not gotten a chance to play it ourselves just yet. Speaking of Trench Crusade, Laura and Hoodguard pops up. That's right. Summoned. That's a big guy. They're all Hoodguard. I'm so excited to paint these guys because look, here's a Votan for scale. Look how big they are. Like, look how much room there is to play and paint. So I've got the Tengu. I've got one of the Oni that I've built. Another big chunky boy. And then I think the biggest, chunkiest I've got is the Daimyo, who is the leader. But yeah, they're all like this size. And for my army so far, they're all like stands of 3. So I don't have any of the like really small stuff to paint. It's like they're all groups of 3 of this size, and I'm so excited. As someone who's a little burnt out on army painting, this is super exciting. Miska says, I have a question about the pro-acryl paints. Am I crazy, or do they not like a wet palette? Seem to be breaking down pretty hardcore. Are you using metallics or just regular color? Non-metallic? I have not had that biscuit. I'm wondering if maybe a good shake, or if you have like a vortex mixer. Just give them a really good shake. Next to I actually do have a dread. It's funny you say that. Here's my Space Wolf dread that needs a base. They're pretty chunky. Pretty chunky. Nikki's army is elite. That's right, just like me. I'm just like me. Oh, wait, someone says, paying for stupid decisions. I'm too old to stay up all night playing PoE 2. Is that all the new goodies? You checking those out, Wasted Mine? I tried to stay up for the Formula 1 race. It was in Japan. So it was like starting at midnight, and I didn't make it. Do you need dinos for scale? Chat, do you want to see a dino? Scott's army is absolutely massive. Scott was in here priming his dinosaurs last night, and they took up my entire table. They're so big. Big dinos. It's cool that the Yoroni are just biggins. Yeah, I'm here for it. J Piccolo, how are ya? We're spinning. Your aggressors also come in 3s or 6s. Life of Madness is taking my quota for army painting. That's okay. We've had a lot of nights here. I think I'm ready to dive back in here. EMJ says so. If you run a super hydrated wet palette, it'll mess up. Oh, with the pro-acryl paints. Okay. Well, there you go, Biscuit. From the creator himself. I don't run like a super... I haven't noticed it, but I also don't like douse my wet palette, I guess. I'm trying to remember from the last thing we did. I did notice it with my metallics, is why I asked. Like when we were doing some of the silvers, I did notice it, but regular colors I haven't noticed, but I guess that's me, or I just don't have as much water. Let's see, Last Epoch has a new update coming April 17th. Excited for that. It's one of my favorite action RPGs right now. We played it. I played it with Scott, who had already been playing, so I think I missed some of the, like, story and stuff. It felt good, but I felt like I was just catching up to Scott, so I feel like I missed out a little bit. You didn't make it 5 laps before you dozed off. I mean, yeah. I was already pretty tired. I wanted to watch it, but just not meant to be. I'm not Falthonas. I'm not sending 200 inventory. Not yet. Not yet. I am excited to dive in again, Alive Madness. I do have to share, like, with the Conquest stuff, I've actually, like, wanted to hobby outside of stream again, which that's been pretty rare lately, so I think we're pulling out of it here. Out of the funk. Like, I actually want to build the rest of my dudes. It's only like 76. Only 76 dudes. I really want to make Sci-Fi next season of Diablo 4. Blizzard decided to make some questionable balance changes. I saw someone on Blue Sky saying like, oh, hot take, like Diablo 3 looked better and played better. And like, that's not a hot take. Take me back to Diablo 3. There's nothing Diablo 4 can do to pull me back in. JPEG says, for me, they mostly separate when I put the lid on and leave them for a while, but I think I use a lot of water. I mean, I probably usually did. I'll cut back and, yeah, give that a try, Biscuit, and see. If you run the palette dryer, it'll be fine. Baby J, Monuments Painter, still, I think, uses a wet palette. Like, a third of them aren't even yellow. It'll be fun. I think, Alive and Madness, because I've been wanting to do longer streams, I think that's gonna be just, like, a long commission type stream. I don't know if we can start that this week. Maybe the week after. I want to try some longer streams. Where we, like, have lunch together and we just keep rolling. Every decision with D4 has been questionable. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Don't have yellow, Nikki. I want fists too. I'm not sure my infantry, my Russians on the bean. I'm buying more on Saturday. It's my turn with the commission banner. You can have her later. It's okay. Everyone can get yellow. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of yellow. And some gray. And some gray. I struggle with PoE too because it takes multiple hits to destroy even a basic mob. I just don't want to have to respec again, if I'm honest. That's my biggest complaint with PoE. Is I spent like half my gold and shit to respec, and then like after I did, I felt worse. And that's when I just gave up. So I just stopped. What is that? Is this a raptor? Okay. Here's one of Scott's dinos. So here's the dino. But then also, here's a dino. Can't even get him on the paint screen. So yeah, there's the range of Scott's army. Got little raptors and big dinosaur. Who's super duper cool. Whoa! I'm knocking around my charm. The new Final Fantasy raids are awesome. Playing with randoms not always is. Oh no. You stuck pugging them. Hoot, welcome in. How are you? What's the dino for? So that is for Scott's army. That is for Wadron. So Wadron has the muscle mommies and dinosaurs. So that's your vibe. Which I think for a lot of people in our chat, that's a vibe. If you're here for muscle mommies and dinosaurs, Wadron's what you're looking for. It feels bad if I slow you kill things. I want Power Fantasy my RPGs. I don't even, I just don't want it to feel spongy, you know? I don't have to kill everything immediately, but I also just want my class to feel like my class. I tried to make like a almost witch doctor-y necromancer vibe, and then like, don't put anything into minions. It's like, but that's my build, is minions. Avian, hello, how are you? What you up to? That does sound quite dope. Can confirm, quite dope. Quite dope. No sumos, we're starting with our Tengu. I asked chat if they wanted Tengu or Oni, because that's what I've got built so far. Chat decided on Tengu. What you up to? Whoops. I like the fire dwarfs, but there's no interest in my Star for Conquest. That's fair. That is the tough part sometimes, well, most times. It's finding the group to play with, which stinks. I know. That's why we put it off for a while. It's like, okay, they're cool, but like if we get it, it's just going to be the two of us. But now we've kind of found some friends here locally that like will hop in with other games, so we have to kind of create the day for it, but and then we'll bully Noob to come play with us one day. What about mommy dinosaurs? I mean, that's your thing. Absolutely. Takes notes. Muscle Mummies and Raptors. What game was this again? Conquest. If I ever get Parabellum ever wants to sponsor me. It's like, how did you get all these people to play our game? I just kept saying muscle mommies and dinosaurs. Let me catch up. No, PoE League isn't Power Fantasy RPG. It was Victim Fantasy RPG, excuse the term. If you feel like you have zero power, yeah. Like, just somewhere in between. Just want to know that, like, I can build a build that I like and get through the game. That's literally all I want, and I don't feel like I can do that in PoE compared to, like, Diablo. D4 felt that way too. Strong builds would be found, and they would just nerf them, yeah. Rather than, yeah, I don't know. It's like an artificial difficulty. It's just, that's strong, so we nerf it. It's like, oh, okay. I was enjoying that, but okay. Amy says, painting skin on the Oni. Did the face and shoulders. Need to work on one hand and the legs. Let's go. I'm excited to see Avian. I know Exalted's been painting too, which is awesome. I lost my reference. Hold on. Okay. Let's go ahead and start some silver. Let's get the armor started. Trying to switch to, yeah, dark silver. That's what we'll start with. As a man, you had me at mommy. As an ARC fan, you had me at dinosaurs. Like my favorite RPG, Last Epoch for you also. I liked it, but yeah, I felt like I was playing catch up to Scott, so I didn't take my time with it the way that I should have. Big West says, the game has all these cool fantasy races and models. I'm going with Nords and 100 Kingdoms. I guess that takes care of my want for Bretonians and Chaos Marauders. I like the... Like, all of the factions feel very different, which is really fun. There's a little bit of something for everyone. I think Sorcerer Kings or the other ones are really cool. Old Dominion was really cool. I don't want to play sweaty builds. I just want to bonk bad guys. You should be able to bonk bad guys. Agreed. Like, I don't mind building a strong build, but I want it to do what I want it to do. Let's see if there's a good middle ground between D3 and PoE. Let's see if endgame just isn't there is the only problem. Because it's still early access, right? I think I saw someone in chat said they were waiting for it to come out of. I feel like I would play it again. Maybe for myself. Like when it comes out of access. So I can get like the... I can poke around more, like I like to do. I like to poke around and read stuff and get the story. Oh, it's out of early access now. Okay, wait for PoE 2 to come out of early access. 17th update addresses the big endgame issues for Last Epoch. Maybe I need to like roll another class and try it again. It'll just have to wait because there's a bunch of other games I want to play. So, speaking of, I guess we need to talk about Switch. We got Switch 2 news. How are we feeling about how about the Switch? I want one. I'm really scared that with tariffs and shit that we won't be able to afford it anymore. Luckily, we traded in like our old Switch and old Xbox and stuff, so we got like essentially store credit waiting. But how do we feel? Amy says, Conquest paintings like I'm building and playing with He-Man figures. Oddly enough, I never had a He-Man growing up. You would think so, since it was during my time. Oh god, I'm old. I like the size of them, Avian. I'm really enjoying painting this. Like, there's a lot of room. I was trying to think, like, not on him, but, like, where I could put, like, patterns on cloth and stuff. Could be fun. Maybe the Kitsune we do that. A little bit more freehand action, just because we got room. It's time for Switch 2. Ready to get on release. Then the tariff situation happened. Yeah. Pre-orders have been pushed back, yeah, delayed. So, I don't even know when. They don't know when. Guess we'll find out. They hadn't changed the release date, though, so that's interesting. But I guess want to make sure that whatever amount you are pre-ordering at is the amount it's going to be. Switch 2, I didn't even play my Switch 1. I liked our Switch. I have my Lite that I'll keep for, got a couple more games I need to finish up. I like our Switch, especially for, like, couch gaming. So, like, our D&D group playing some games. I like having it for that. I think Sony and Microsoft finally increased the price of games. Unpopular opinion, they've needed to go up. It doesn't make, I don't know why people expect the game prices to stay the same. I think it's weird that, like, everything else goes up and they expect game prices to be the same. It doesn't make sense to me. Everyone's like, pay game developers more. I'm like, okay, increase game prices. They're like, no. It's like, okay. I decided not to sell my Switch because Switch 2 is using a mix of hardware, software emulation for Switch 1 games. Full compatibility is not possible. I figured with the Lite, I'm good enough. I am regretting the old Joy-Cons are going to work wirelessly with the 2. And we sold our extra Joy-Cons, and I'm regretting that now. So don't do that if you decide to trade it. keep your extra Joy-Cons, but other than that, we'll grab the new stuff. I like it. I just don't do anything that often. Occasionally Stardew at Tetris. I think it depends if the Switch 2 is on a boat already. My company has a bunch of stuff coming that's tariff exempt because it was already on a container ship. Yeah, I feel like it might be a little early for some of that, but I guess we'll see, right? Nothing to do but wait. The price of the Switch 2 pre-tariff $80 games kind of put it out of range. PC, even with the jank I deal with, is the place. I think that's it for me, is like the Switch is the only console I do consider worth picking up. Like the PlayStation, Xbox, not worth it for me because of PC. But like the Switch is worth it and has enough exclusive stuff that it makes sense for me to grab. So I will grab. One of games go to 70. Right now, so many AAA games aren't worth the $60 release. Hate to say it, but yeah, vote with the old wallet. I need my Nintendo games. Like, I'm ready for... I'm not even a huge Animal Crossing person, but I'm ready for another Animal Crossing. I'm ready for some Fire Emblem. I need my Fire Emblem machine. Pokemon. I definitely want the Switch for those things, yeah. I have a Switch, plenty of backlog games, so I can just keep playing that. Yeah. Absolutely. And then later, if you decide, price will probably be the same. But at least then you can decide. I was on my Steam Deck, so I'm good. Building a Dwegum army at the moment. Slowly working on getting more Flame Berserkers, because there are enough of the crazy fire dwarves. They are very cool. We looked at their stuff at Adepticon. They've got some neat stuff. Hey Gilderan, welcome in. You need a PC anyway. It's by far the best for games. Cheap Steam games. Price on PC is getting pretty harsh too. Yeah. Welcome on in. How are you? There was, like, I used to play a lot of stuff on my PlayStation, and then, I don't know what happened, but I just kind of slowly moved to all PC. And I have enjoyed just being there. But I think the Switch would be the one console that still worth picking up. Everything else I can either wait or I'm not as worried about missing. Is there anything you're working on, Gilderan? We are working on, sorry, for anyone coming in, we're talking video games, but I am painting a Tengu from Conquest. This is from the new Yoroni faction. I picked them up at Adepticon. Our little group at Adepticon went really hard on Conquest, which was fun. So right now we're just doing like base coats and stuff. Nothing crazy, but trying to get color schemes and things figured out. I'm gonna go ahead and get his little hat started. I like playing on PC for the most part. I think Nintendo spoke to Sony and Microsoft when they first pushed a price increase, because I know many other fans will defend them not be as mad. My largest complaints are the $100 discount that Japan-only Switch gets, on $10 for physical copy. It's just a digital game. I don't mind the Japan thing. Son of Ours, hello! Thank you so much for that sub. For 48 months, we dabbing on that sub. How are you today? Welcome, welcome in. We're painting some Conquest. What you up to this weekend? I think the game price thing, too, is there's already been things at 70, so. I think when we did the little inflation, because we were talking about it in the Discord, when we do the inflation calculator, games should be like 120. So I think 80 makes sense. Amy says, I finally found an anime to watch. Bad news, it's old. It's done. I burned through it while painting last night. Dungeon, oh, Meshi? I don't know which one that one would be. You said old. That wouldn't be the one I'm thinking of then. Well, I don't know which one that is, Avian. What is it about? Most of the time playing on PC consists of playing 1 or 2 games. European Truck Simulator. There's American Truck Simulator. Irba, have you considered just being a truck driver? Have you considered just getting a truck? Gilderin says, I'm working on some 3D printing, some WM. Trying to think what abbreviation that would be. Work-inspired nonsense. I was away from painting for a long time. Fumbling my way back into it. Glad you found your way back to it. That's awesome. I was fooled by Conquest in the past. I'm too slow. Chat keeps moving. Cool game, but some of the minis. What's wrong with some of the minis, Bill? The only complaint I do have is some of the accessories don't have great connection points. So everything for the actual Tengu, great. This little thing though, you'll see as I move it. I need to find another connection point. And there's a couple little accessories where it's okay, I gotta find a new way to tack that down. I probably will just glue this to his hip. Is what I will probably end up doing. But I think that was my own complaint with building for these at least. Then of course is cleaning and making room for all the new shit I bought at Akon. What'd you get? What'd you get? I can't even drive a car. Well, you got a goal now. It is Dungeon Mesh. That's not old. You said it was extremely old. Well, no, I'm going back. I'm rereading that again. It's old, not oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I read extremely old. Yeah, that's only a couple years old. That's pretty new. I don't think it's done though. I think it's still continuing. Oh, I meant 40K. Gotcha. Brain substitute war machine. Gotcha. It's tough when there's so many abbreviations in this hobby. Especially when we start talking video games too. Then you bring in all those abbreviations. Those get tricky. Thank you. The assembly, for the older minis is really awful. Bad instructions. Plastic is cut in weird ways. Gotcha. I really like the demo that we got at Adepticon. I'm excited to start playing. Everything made sense. A +1 is actually a +1. The app's free. We just started with the wrong system, man. Starting with Warhammer was not the way to go. Son of Horses, I want to preface this by saying I spent way less than I anticipated spending. We're already rationalizing. I like it. excited to see what list is about to come into the chat. But... Hey, Barbos, welcome in. How are you today? We are working on some Conquest. I'm getting some base coats on our Tengu here. With the Tengu, there will be 3 total, at least for now. I will probably pick up the Archer ones at some point. But I'm just going to get kind of color scheme figured out, and then I will do the remainder. I don't know if off stream or on stream. At some point we will do the rest of the birdies. I'm enjoying him so far, other than having to glue his little instrument to his hip there. As far as I know, I am not a lawyer, but on the other hand, 3-letter acronyms can be fun. Thank you, Bill. Let's see, Son of Forest bought a bunch of Blood Angel stuff for Heresy, the new Deo, the Emperor's Children box, new smaller Table War mag case, both of the new Monument Hobbies AMG paint sets, CSM Codex, CSM Stark Lighting, Chaos Lord with Jump Pack. Pretty sure that was it. That's a good amount of stuff. A good amount of stuff. That'll keep you busy here for a bit, for sure. Norman, hello! Thank you so much for that sub. Thank you for the support. How are you today? Do you like my burp? I showed you my burp. Please respond. Squeezel, welcome in. How are you? We're working on burp. On top of the swag bag stuff as well. I saw everything that people are getting in the swag bag. I'm gonna be scaven tidying it up. Cool burp, Sad Leviathan, how are you? Thank you. Thank you for looking at burp. We are trying to get the rest of his little base coats on, and then we can start all the fun stuff in a bit. Burp looks great. I tried a new clay type for bases, and oh, and it's so easy to work with. Nice. Are you doing... Sorry, I'm trying to remember the last, like, bases I've seen. Is that a lot of, like, sculpting, or... What are we having to do with the clay, I guess? Weasel says exhausted. Ooh, car drama for the past week. I'm sorry. I hope I can get everything sorted out here. Car stuff's the worst. It's never like one thing you have to figure out. And those costs just add up. The worst. Is it, sorry, you said the past week, is it, did you get everything resolved or still fighting? This is, I bought me a couple Neko Galaxy busts, a Mindwork bust. Finally brought new brushes after the Nova incident. Oh, where they were stolen. That sucks. Super proud of myself for not griefing the Mindwork guys and asking if they bought my Kickstarter, if they brought my Kickstarter goodies. I don't think I had heard about the brushes. That sucks. I'm sorry. I guess I should show you guys. Want to see what else I got out of it again? So we got Conquest. I also got... I moved everything. Give me one second. Didn't even close it from stream last week. I got Journey to the West from Journeyman Miniatures. So we'll work on that here at some point. I want to get him all cleaned up and bring him on stream. I was gifted from Paranoia. Thank you again. I got one of the new Space Wolves from the preview. So I do want to get this together and paint that up. Open it up. He's just a normal dude, but there is the new sprue for Space Wolf. So we'll include him. And then I also got from the Bushido booth, there was a larger like display figure. That one's kind of tricky to get out though. I will leave that one. But it was the like the puppeteer guy that was in the display booth, so I grabbed that. But that's what I got from Adepticon. It was a lighter year this year. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Son of Verse is probably not for Age of Sigmar. I don't even play Slaves of Darkness, Seraphon, Mechagan, or Cruel Boys. I already have. Because this car got hit last Saturday. Insurance told me it was totaled Thursday night, and then Friday retracted the totaling. What? What a mess. I'm sorry. Even says, is the US just not into fantasy? 2 release boxes showing up in Adepticon swag bags. 2 swag bags have been by, and I'm happy with that. I think just 40k is just a bigger game overall. Big Boss is proud of myself. A good chunk of the minis I got are already prepped. Let's go, Big Boss. You're on it. Because as I hate car shopping, decided to get more reliable transport due to isolation here. Beat the impending. Yeah, getting that here soon is probably a good idea, Squeezel. Probably a good idea. I heard the new wolves are coming soon. Are they good for the models? I think the models look nice. They didn't go, like, crazy on them, which I think I'm good with. They're definitely, like, a nice update. But they're nothing insane. Like, crazy different. They're just a nicer, larger, cleaned up Space Wolf. They look nice, but they're nothing that I'm like, oh my god, I have to have that. Biggest thing I got was a desire to play Gaslands, says Jesse. Even all of your Weasel brushes a while, so you're good. I need to buy some brushes. I've not bought any in a bit. I've got like one nice one that I save for when I'm working on commissions. I need to. So I was going through Jackson Art. If you do exclamation brush or brushes, that'll get you to it. I will probably get, because I want to get some more monument paints anyway, I'll probably pick up some of their sables, because I do like their sables. But yeah, I also need to order. But that's what I was going through. Anyways, just got to figure out a scheme for the wolves. Fan of the Hounds and Morkai look, but I can't find accurate Vallejo crosses to Dark Reaper. I don't think I know of one off the top of my head, sorry. And then Vallejo has also changed his colors. Like the, sorry, not colors, but the medium. So I haven't bought a whole lot of the new ones just yet. Squeeze was decided to buy a Super Outback yesterday. Sell other car after repaired, after the used car market heats up. After no one can afford new cars, the used cars are the only options. Yeah, it's going to be a mess here. It's going to be a mess figuring out all of that. Speaking of Dark Reaper, we need to start his feathers. I'm trying to decide if I do that or the green pants next. Let's get the pants based at least. Get the overall scheme. I think we're going to do some kind of guard greens. Or maybe orky greens. I kind of want that green instead. Well, let's see if I can find the rest of it. I should have it because we did the salamanders not too long ago. There we go. That's, I think, what I want to go with. Oh. Well, Rogaldor and tank tracks are glued on. Let's go. I think that's always the worst part of building the tanks. The treads. One thing I love about Conquest models is the detail for the size, but they kept it simple. Yeah, I'm really happy with these minis. They're fun. That sounds good, because the Wolf Lord on Big Wolf wording Wolfskin's theme was a little tiring. And you can see from... I'm going to pull out the sprue again. So this is just a regular dude, but I did see that they had... There's still some of the little wolf teeth. And the little, like, runes. But, like, it's nothing crazy. It's... Like, you don't have the full... I always say when they have, like, the full fur at, like, the waist and, like, all of that. So it's a bit cleaner than, like, the older stuff, but I feel like if I were playing more 40k, I'd be pretty happy, just because it doesn't have quite as much as the old, like, Firstborn stuff, but there is still, like, a little bit of the, like, the teeth and the runes and stuff kind of throughout, so. I think if they're going to keep a more like cleaned up Primaris style, that'll be good. Kind of pissed Vallejo changed their stuff. I chose Vallejo because they basically never changed their paints, or GW constantly did. They were old and reliable, yeah. I think, I wanted to pick up. I was going to try some more of the Army Painter Fanatic. Like, just swap out some browns to, like, try. Because one of our stores has Pro Acryl, but it's a drive. So, like, just for those colors that are, like, really basic, like, kind of swap some of them over. But they were out. I was trying to replace Celestra Gray, but they were out, so. But normally, yeah, I would be all Vallejo, but I don't like the new medium as much. I am also sad that they changed. You got a Crash. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Hope you get some good rest. Thank you, everyone, for coming to check out some Conquest today. If you're enjoying Conquest, we'll have more. I'm going to paint, like, my whole force, so we'll have more Conquest. I'll do my usual hobby butterfly around, but we'll be back to Conquest at some point. Team Space Wolf modeling now. It doesn't look too bad. You still get some of the wolfy details, but it's not overload. Because I just straight up got rid of my firstborn stuff because I didn't like painting all the little extra things they had. So you still get some, but it's not an insane amount. The wolf diaper, yeah, nah. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Flame color had been unchanged for like 20 years. I had some sometime, not with like competitive pressure, and then acrylic hobby paint. I feel like a lot of them also just switched mediums at the same time. So whether that's cost or... I don't know the full reasoning, but a lot of them seem to switch at the same time. Kind of right after COVID, so... Unfortunate, but that's how it is. I'll stand by I wish they hadn't changed, but they did, and we're here. Nothing I can do about it. Pro-Acryl's neat. I just wish they weren't a weird size bottle. I like Pro-Acryl a lot. We had talked about the P3 paints, did their Kickstarter, and Scott and I passed because we already have so many paints. But now that I'm trying to replace more GW, I'm like, maybe we should have done that Kickstarter. Maybe we should have grabbed it with the intent of moving over to it from Games Workshop. So I was kicking myself a little bit yesterday while I was thinking about that. Because I like P3 paints a lot, too. After spending time with Jesse at Acon, I'm hearing his chat messages in my head. Isn't that fun, Bill? I do the same while I'm reading chat. It is fun. Alright, get this. Unfortunately, his little arm is in the way of everything back here. Well, thank you, Paint It So. I'm back on being really strict with my diet here for a little bit. I was doing meal prep all yesterday, and it's annoying, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I really like this green with this red. Our little Tengu is styling. Yeah, I want to put this green throughout the force, I think. Excuse me. I saw a pre-order for the P3 10 bottle. I think that's what started me thinking about it, but they're reformulated too. Yeah, I guess I wasn't sure how much change they had made. I guess I will see what people say, or if I can pick up a smaller set, maybe. I really liked the old ones, but I guess if they're also on the new medium, then... They also had some colors that I just didn't really find in other paint lines. Like I always go back to the sanguine base and highlight. I use that on a lot of stuff, and It's a really nice color that I just didn't find in other lines. I know a lot of people like the Frostbite, the Coal Black. There were some very cool colors in the line. Murderous Magenta is still one of my favorite names for a paint. Starting to get dressed. Somehow I'm back in bed. That's how you Sunday right there, Jesse. That's how you Sunday. Alright. Digging the green. Fun. I'm bummed I missed the P3 Kickstarter. Adore their paint line. Arcane Blue, Best Blue. I think it was Bruised Purple. It was also really nice. It's been a while since I've used some of them, but I did like them. My white whale color is GW Rune Lord Brass. Never really found an equivalent anywhere else. I'm trying to remember if I use that or if I know exactly what shade you're talking about. I think I'd have to look. Alright. I got a fair amount of base colors. I kind of want to start some like shading and highlighting. I think we can go ahead and start shading our red a little bit. I'm going to get Rhinox Hide. Old trusty. I'm waiting to buy some Sanguine base and highlight. Yes. Yeah, it's two different paints. There's a base and a highlight. It's nice. Where is it? Rhinox Hide I need to find a good equivalent to. If anyone knows a good Rhinox Hide dupe. I feel like it's an easy one to swap out, but I found, again, it's old Vallejo, but their German camo black-brown was like Dryad Bark. I need to find a replacement Rhinox. It's just a great metallic. That's a brown metal. Isn't super loud. Almost a silver. A while back, I got rid of my old P3s, dating back to like 2009. I kept Ordic Olive. I claim insanity when I ditched the Sanguine. I'm glad that we can get it again. Oh, Cavalry Brown from Vallejo. Might be too late. Okay, I'll take a look. I was gonna see if I need to just pull up Monument and see what I can swap out, like using them. And then whatever I can't go through, yeah, either Vallejo or check out some of the Army Painter stuff. The Fanatic stuff is a little bit nicer to work with than the old stuff. But hello, how are you? My eternal struggle is owning more brown than any other color. Still never able to find the right one. Me with blue. What'd you up to today? We're working on our Tengu. My problem with blue is I keep picking up like blue greens. And then when I need a true blue, it's like, ah, crap. I don't really have that. Everything's a little off. And the ones that I do have are older and Games Workshop, so they've dried out a bit. So at some point, they will also need to get some replacements. Palette mix colors? They do. I'm not doing that, though. I need this shit consistent. I printed so much Gasland Stirring. That one you shared in Discord was really cool, Jesse, where it, like, had room to store some of it. That was pretty neat. I pulled my copy of Color off the shelf. I'm going to read it this time. That was the one from the Dinotopia person. I also have it, and I skimmed through it forever ago. I probably also need to go through it again. I think I got frustrated because the first time I went through it, like I already had a handle on a lot of it, so it's like, eh. There's probably stuff that I've missed. Alright, I am thinning out the Rhinox to also do like a little bit of a wash, kind of a glaze for his leg warmers? The front of his pants? I don't know what to call these. Now this one by Betty Edwards. Highly recommended for understanding mixing colors. Gotcha. I like better Edwards. I'm going to ask again since we've got more friends in here now. Is anyone doing some hobby this weekend? What do we got, chat? What's everyone working on? I'll be working on Conquest and Knights this week. The Votan we were working on, I think, are done. I'm going to give them one more kind of look over today or tomorrow. And then I think they are good to go. So time to start looking at next projects. Jason says, I got 3 little shipping containers. Each store a different kind of terrain. Tire walls, jersey barrier, and explosive barrels. It's so cool. That is really nice. I love when, like, people who play games design things for games. They understand that, like, you have to have a way to store some of this stuff. So first says, I found a bunch of the new Chaos Space Marine Chosen in a bin. I have exactly 0 recollection of buying these. Always an eye-opening moment, right? I think we've all been there. Or the, how long have these been there? I'm gonna ask chat. Chat, what's that thing that you found one day going through the backlog that you just don't remember putting there? What's that thing? I think mine is I have like a tub that I keep all my Kingdom Death in, and every time I like dig through, it's like, oh yeah, that's that's right. I remember this thing. Good old Better Edwards. They also wrote Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, which I actually need to finish reading. He says, no, serious. I don't care if my army is slightly off in shades, but I'm not a commission painting is the, yeah. Right for myself, because after Defcon I was thinking, I want to fix my light sources on my models. Probably should use non-metallic. Only if you want to spend that time, yeah. I think it's good to learn. I think non-metallic is a good skill to learn. Because it teaches you a lot about lights and reflections and all that good stuff. But it does take more time. This is more times than I'd care to count. Yep, that's fair. The surprise backlog. All right, I guess on his hands would also have the armor. Go back and get that. I throw the Reaper stuff in its own tub. Every time I paw through it, at least one thing surprises me. Okay, so you've got the Reaper tub like I've got Kingdom Death tub. It's hard because, like, I also want to work on all that Kingdom Death. So as soon as I, like, find it again, I'm like, can I put this in my schedule? Can I work on this? And usually, unfortunately, the answer is no, you don't have time right now. I need to finish such and such first. So then it goes back in the tub. I get sad. One time I pulled nearly an entire Eldar army out of my miscellaneous minis box. I sold it immediately, figuring out I didn't even remember buying it, and I probably didn't care. Surprise Eldar, that's a good one. Work with light sources and skin, clothes, non-metallic armor. Go further and do it with the metal. Yeah. I mean, if that's something you're wanting to push and to get better at, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, you don't have, because the way you phrased it was like, I should do this. You don't have to, but I think it's good if you're wanting to get better at painting, yeah. It's definitely a skill to put some time into, for sure. I recently found, some stuff you won from stream. Wait, what did you find, Jesse? Refresh my memory, too. What did you find? That's funny. Pandemonium, hello. I'm doing well. How are you? We are working on some conquests. It's a little dark right now because we've just got base coats on. But getting our little Tengu together. Gotta run, things to do that I didn't do yesterday. Sounds good, Bill. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in, hanging out. Hope everything goes well. Catch you next time. But since I have a Kingdom Death pinup tub, less full, but also sometimes surprising. You have projects for a rainy day. That's what that is. I think I found 2 pirate minis and a bust. I have the bust to my roommate. Gave the bust to my roommate to try and paint. I think I remember. Those are Reaper pirates, right? I think I remember those. I was caught off a thesis writing girlfriend test. Uh-oh. Clay faces. I'm using the clay as basis for rolling. Okay, the printed texture roller. Little tiled floors, adding church benches, chairs, altars, that sort of thing. Very cool. Yeah, I didn't know how much, between like that, or sculpting, or how much of that you were doing. Very cool. I'm glad the one you found is better for that. I feel like these straps shouldn't be metallic, but oh well, they are now. Is what it is. Reminds me, I should paint up the Halloween Kingdom Death set I won a couple years ago. Whoopsies! Those are fun for, like, when it's coming up, though. Like, if you want to get into, like, the Halloween spirit. I think those can be fun if there's not a spot in the schedule right now. Alright, I think it's time to start. I really want to highlight the red, but my Evil Sun Scarlet is not great. That poor paint is struggling. That was another I was hoping to replace. I guess we'll do wings. Let's do wings first. Let's see, Pandemonium says, great. I paint and collect, 100 Kingdoms for Conquest. Should have some new minis arriving soon. Yes, I am just getting into Conquest and I'm very excited. So so far I've built our Tengu that we're working on. I built one of the Oni, which is also very cool. And then the Daimyo. So that's what I've got so far. I need to... Because we were streaming, we hopped around to different units. I haven't actually finished a unit of any of them just yet, but that's what we've got. And then I have the new Resin Kisune also. She's resin, so I had to throw her in a bath. Get her built here in the next week or so. But that's what I got. They're very cool. I like the size of them, Pandemonium. Like, just having a larger mini to work on is really, really nice. Let me try and find a red that's not gunked up. So I think that's the gunky one. And I don't think I have another, unfortunately. I might just be doing a paint run after stream. I just have to go do that. It sucks, but it might be time. Nothing there. I still can't find that vermilion that I wanted. Okay, we're gonna have to just make this work. Slam, hello, how are you? Tengu, the Japanese cousin of Pingu, that's right. Tareya, hello, how are you? We Newton. And a panda, oh my gosh. I looked down for paint and everyone came in. Hello, how are you? Let me catch up here. I was trying to find a gosh darn red. Oh, it's too cold to go on a paint run? I like to do it when we're, like, already out. I don't like making a special run. But we're gonna just have to fight this for now. That's what I got. What are you up to, Taria? How's your weekend? Slam, what you up to today? Panda, what you up to today? We yapping? We yapping? I just want to get some highlights on him because he's very dark here on camera. And then we'll start the feathers too. Should have the stuff for the feathers, at least. So that's good. The bird is looking good, especially his hat. He has a very fancy hat. Okay, just cold. It is weird, like the temperature swings we've had here. Oh no, I need more magic cards. Guess I can also get more paints. Oh no, what a shame. The jumping in with 2 feet of conquest by the community is really something. It really is. I was very surprised. Because, like, Scott and I had planned on picking up. Because we had looked at it before. Figured we could, you know, influence a couple things. But everyone went real hard and it was really fun. Slam is finishing 3rd stand of Huskarls. Only 49 minis left to build in the starter set. We might have to have a Yu-Gi-Oh! And build night, because I want to build the rest of my stuff, too. Might have to do that. It's going to be funny when I finish all my stuff before you. I want to do a lacquer armor. Put down a golden brown. Should I work down using dark brown glaze to represent black? I would, yeah. Yeah, that would, that should work for you. I have to do a test model during the week. Let's go. You would always have finished before me, even with the same number. And I am also slow at building. It is not something I enjoy. I can push through it with commissions, but... Panda says, Tarkir event today. I work on Sanctifiers if I end up having time. Let's go. I need to go through... We picked up the Commander decks and then a Collector booster of Tarkir. But I need to go through the rest of the cards and see if there's anything else I want to grab. I can't believe my luck getting all of the, like, Dragon cards that I wanted out of our box. Like... Scott did find another card for me this morning because he's been reading through the cards more than I have. But we also got a Dragon Arch. For 2 and tap, you can put a multicolored creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So I get a cheap dragon. Love it. I pulled out this Battle Crier. During your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. 2 mana Tiamat. Exactly. Got a Storm Scale Scion, sorry. Other dragons get a 1/1. Got the Globe, so even more counters on dragons. This one I think is going to go into Niv. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. This creature deals damage equal to its power to target opponent. So just throwing more stuff around. And then we also got some of the cool showcase for the stuff that I needed. So called the Spirit Dragons. Dragons you control have Indestructible. Beginning of your upkeep for each color, put a 1/1 counter on a dragon you control of that color. If you put 1/1 counters on 5 dragons this way, you win the game. Mox Jasper, so man of any color, activate your control dragon, which I will. My favorite card, Dragogenesis. You may cast dragon spells without paying their mana costs. And then my boy Sarkin. So I need to... There's another Sarkin that I want for the deck, but grab this one with the cool showcase art. So yeah, we did pretty well. A lot of my dragon deck is just coming together with what we got. Which is great, because that was going to be a really expensive deck. That was going to be the deck I put a lot of money into. I don't know if you assembled the Sumo Oni. I've only built these 3 so far. Yeah. There was one at the gap in the thigh. I had the green stuff in post-assembly, extra care and assembly. Was that on, like, the... I've noticed, like, underneath, I've had more gaps, but, like, from the front or, like, the side, it's been pretty good. Was that kind of an underneath one or kind of on the side, Avian? Underneath, I don't really care, but if it's on the side, then yeah, good to know. Yeah, it'd be good with Niv, so I'm gonna see if I've got a spot for it. I need to put more spells in Niv, is what I found out when I played it. Like, I thought I had enough, but I think I need some more. And behold, a dragon, that's right. Medallion, hello, how are you? I had to make like 10 replacements on my Miram deck. I've been saving to make Dragon for a while. I was like, okay, if I like sell off some stuff, then I'll have money to like get more cards. And then all of these dragons come out. It's like, I gotta rethink what I want. Like, I'm glad I hadn't spent any money just yet, but... And so there's a lot of decisions to make. What are you up to? Are we enjoying pre-release stuff? I was talking to Slam. I think we need to do another arena day here on stream too with Tarkir. I wasn't super feeling Aether Drift, so we didn't do as many on stream for it, but Tarkir I'm pretty excited about. I think some arena Tarkir days could be fun. I was at the top of the thigh for this one. Didn't bother mentioning some of the butt gaps. The Daimyo has a bit of a butt gap. But you can't see it from where you would be playing. It's kind of up underneath. Man, I don't know if I want to fight this red all stream. So let's get a little bit more out. Us girls have some issues. I think they're also... Bill mentioned some of the older kits are a bit tricky. I believe they would be an older kit. Blanca, welcome in. How are you? Magic Gathering is so expensive yet captivating. I made a deck with most of the cards that say experience counter with proliferate stuff. Welcome, welcome. A 2020 sprue, one of the oldest ones. Yeah, you got one of the, like, oldest factions where I'm sitting here like, ah, the new stuff's great. Fight, that's right, gonna come on swinging. Battle for Baldur's Gate, yeah, there's a lot of cards for dragons. Those 3-cost rocks, the buff dragon spells are so nice. Yes, I have some of those pulled aside. They did get a lot of cool dragon stuff. Coffee acquired. Let's go, waste of mind. We have to fight off staying up all night playing PoE. Still a Nord unit in the Codex. Oh, it hasn't been released yet. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, because I'm... I don't know if they're in the app yet. I've got a couple of units that like come out in May. I don't know if they're in there to like check out yet. The like spirit armor and the little kappa. I was trying to remember if I saw them when we were looking at Adepticon. You are not. You are having fun. Fun is good. With everything going on, we take the joy that we find. The War Pigs are also in the Codex for a few years, apparently before we were released. That's interesting. Monka says it's so silly fast because each card is balanced around being your first experience card. I want to play it at local game store, but money. Yeah, that money thing. Fighting that myself this week. I'm practicing them in the meantime because the rules are there. It's kind of what Noob and I were when we dropped off the dinosaurs yesterday. Just the fact that you can just play with like the stands if you need to. Which then made me remember there was someone in, I think it was with Fantasy. They would get the big movement trays and then just write what was on the tray, so like no miniatures. And he would just keep bringing armies like that. He would just write down what it was. Like, no one wanted to play him because of it. Well, that's what it reminded me of. Technically, you can do that. Next level poor hammer, exactly. Honor, welcome in. How are you? Should get some coffee too. It requires me to get out from blankies and it's cold. Everyone's chilly this morning. You had a ear, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out today. We'll catch you later. Autograph from Adepticon? Yeah. I didn't have any of the crud or anything. It was just, I was tired. My introvert battery was dead. We're getting back to it. I went back to my workout routine right when we got back to, so I'm just adjusting. What you up to today, Honor, first? What you got going on? We are painting a Tengu for Conquest. I'm going to start some highlights here so I can lighten them up a bit. It's looking very dark on camera. Need to do some highlights. Finish an hour in the treadmill. Nice. Getting it done. The con apparently kickstarted hobby energy. It's been really fun, everyone attacking Conquest. Not gonna lie. Like, Scott started building basically as soon as we got home. I know Exalted was pretty soon after. I wanted to make sure I got mine on stream. I guess I will ask, for those who went to Adepticon, how are we feeling about hobby now that we're back? I mentioned earlier, I finally feel like doing some hobby, like, off stream, which I haven't had that since October. November. Actually wanting to work on stuff. Riding the wave at the moment while I can. Yeah, I think multiple of us being on it at the same time has been helpful too. Because like every time someone shares some Conquest stuff, it's like, oh, I want to share my Conquest stuff. I want to share my burb. Not so liking that front myself. Managed some basing for the line before I primed it. That's good though. Getting that all sorted early. I'm over like guilty. I'm glad, Panda. I'm glad you're enjoying it. They did look really cool what you were building. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could be excited about Warhammer things right now, but alas, I am not. Especially with Wolves coming, I wish I was more excited for all that, but not in the cards. Reinvigorated, get better. Let's go. Any progress is good progress. Yep. I think, especially if you're in like a little bit of a rut, even just taking that time to do something small can be really good. I wasn't even doing that, so. It's tough when you're just not feeling it. This arm being in the way of his leg is annoying. If I was doing more of a display paint, I would leave this arm off. Or pry it back off. But not the goal for this dude, but oh well, that was bound to happen. We'll secure that better later. I remember boarding actions. Yeah. Boarding action. The weirdest release. I'm now several thousand points of Chaos Space Marines lighter than I was at the start of the day. Got rid of all my old stuff. Do a little bit of a clean out. Oh my god. Stay in my hand. Alright, I think we do need to do a wash on the armor. I was kind of putting it off, but let's just do a real light one. The Sanctifiers are goofy and fun. Goremongers are weird, such pain. I'm sorry. are a pain, such weird joints. The Rekakuru are typical orcs, lots of leftover bits from them. Because those are two of the, like, just newest kill team, right? Need a reminder. Slam what? The bird keeps hopping out of my hand. I can't. This was also just barely hanging on. Because, like, the connection point is this. So when I put it back on him, we're going to attach this at his hip. It was barely hanging in there to begin with. Well, we'll get it glued on a little better this time. Line up Kill Team Typhon box set for the NIDs, AdMech stuff, gribbly NID terrain bits. Your Corn Boy is getting infiltrator abilities. I'll let you guys discuss because I have no idea. Sanctuaries and the Goremongers came out within the last week or so. Okay, so like new. I have hollow bones. I'm gonna have no bones when I'm done. No bones. Not trying to bully the minis, they just keep hopping out of my hand. He's got a large base and a dynamic pose, I'm sorry. Poor broken Pokebirds, I know. We'll get there. We're gonna make him look cool. So, have faith, little bird. Have faith. Why don't I just not have anything scouty at present? So I'd imagine the Goremongers are helpful. Probably. Sorry, realizing how out of Warhammer I am. Wasn't planning on getting them, but I went to pick up Rekakuru and they had a few extra boxes. I mean, yeah, if they're fun. And they're just sitting there waiting for a home, then it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Alright, let's finish up this wash. And then I will find the colors for all those feathers. I think we're gonna rock just some Dark Reaper and probably some Rust Gray, bringing the gray along with the black. Nikki's giggles if I don't care about that. I feel bad. I know it's hard when you guys are excited about Warhammer and it's whatever to me right now. I feel bad. I feel bad. Pigman, welcome in. How are you today? I wish I could care. Don't. Don't. I think that's the, I'm tired of pretending that I care about some of the Warhammer stuff. I will let you guys, obviously feel free to talk Warhammer. I just can't contribute. I just can't contribute at this point. The thing about going to the game store right now is things aren't going to get any cheaper. That's true. Grab that box. We were talking about, like, Scott and I were like, is there any other conquest we want to buy for tariffs and shit? Like, maybe this is a good time to just get what we want and be good for a bit. Everyone moves on from hobbies they once enjoyed eventually. I wish I didn't, though. I don't know. It's been very weird. It's like I want to still be, like... I still want to be in it, but, like, they make it so hard for me at this point. Warhammer, more like Borehammer. Whoa, that's too far. Whoa. Bacon, egg, and cheese, Sammy, incoming, yum. I took longer than I thought it would take yesterday to meal prep a bunch of breakfast burritos. And they're very good. I did egg and sausage and hash brown. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Just cheese. But having that this morning, like being able to just throw that in the microwave this morning made it worth it. But they did take way longer than I was expecting yesterday. It made me a little angry. It took so long. Just in it for the pretty models lately. Got 2 more dogs ready for weapon picks now. Now to choose between too many kinds of dog. Have to pick the breed that you want. What type of dog? Alright, I said I was gonna get feathered colors, but I kind of want to work on his little hat a bit. Riot, hello, how are you? More like War Magala. I barely know her look. The Descent of Madness is complete. Well done. You know what? Didn't take as long as I thought it would. Speedrunning it now. Oh. Just speedrunning it. Slam didn't get. He missed out on the Magala farm. Need J-Pick in here again. That's his best strategy. Cling on to one of the GW side games. I think that would be the one, like, if I still wanted to play something Warhammer-y, is Titanicus. I didn't get to play Titanicus, and I still kind of want to. I think that would be the one I still want to work on. Drop the burrito in Discord after stream? Like, a picture? Because it's kind of boring. Or the recipe. It just looks like burrito. Oh, probably going back to school this September? What are we going for, Riot? What are we looking at? I'm so freaking done with a dumb monster. We just need the claws, right? That was the missing piece at this point. Slam has McFucking had it. The recipe. I can share it. It was basically, I just took time to cook up the sausage, let that cool. While it was cooling, I threw the hash browns in the skillet. Then I did the eggs. And then, yeah, roll it all up together. So nothing fancy, but it was pretty good. And then I just threw it in the microwave for like a minute and throw some hot sauce on it. There's a photo of rolled up tortilla. That's what I was thinking. It's like, that sounds kind of boring, but if it helps, I'll do it. I'll do it. I think the only thing, Jezzy, is I probably need to pick a better tortilla, because I think I'm getting... I just did normal-ass tortillas, and I think I can find like a lower calorie option for that, or a lower carb option. They're just pricier. Just 3 tons of rib claws. Let's go. Let's go. Do you think the Primarch will make yours turn? I mean, maybe. Sorry, when people ask, all I think about is like Valrak. Like, this is the time he's coming back. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think he should. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense, yeah. They don't care about the story. Like, I think, if they cared about the story, shit would have to be going really bad. And I don't know that they'd ever go to the point of going really bad. You know? But if they want to print money, sure. Sure. Eggs in this economy? Yeah, I'm trying to... That's why I'm doing the burritos pandas. I'm trying to spread it out so I can do, like, the hash brown helps fill me up. The sausage helps me fill up. So I don't have to just have eggs. That was the thought. Try and make the eggs go further. Yeah, definitely back real soon. Anytime between 3 years ago and any point in the future. So yeah, sorry. It's become like a meme to me of like, is Primarch coming back? It's like, oh god. Here we go again. Will he come back at some point? Probably. Whenever they need money. But... William, hello. How are you? Hey, yo, defund the IRS, fam. Let's do it. Legalize nuclear bombs. Okay, that escalated. Well, how are we doing today? How are you? What are we up to? I'm afraid to ask. The game should be able to protect their weed and Warhammer with WMDs. I mean, I'm here for that. Put it on a sign. For sure. For sure. How are you? Will's just coming in swinging. Coming in hot. Lurk for a little bit sounds good. We'll just be bourboning it up. Trying to get these little highlights without getting the nice brush out. Which I probably should, but I think this will be good enough. You rants, look what you did, Will. What are you up to today? What you got going on? We're just working on some conquest. It's been really fun. I like my little burp. Big burp. I guess I should also ask anyone. We talked about the Switch for a bit. Anyone else playing any games? I know we were talking PoE 2. Any other games we're playing? I finished up the Pirate Yakuza game, or at least the main story. There's still some like side stuff I want to run around and do, but finished that when we got back. Doing Monster Hunter a bit. Anything else you guys are playing? You have 4 days of freedom. Do you have anything fun planned for it? Yeah, email from the future. I don't care. You know, on your soundboard answer some of your questions. No, it's all good. I just try to not. How do I put it? I don't even know how to put it. I feel like I explained it. I'm glad you guys are excited. I'm sorry that I am not as excited. I think it's feather time. Yeah, it's feather time. Speaking of muscle mommies, apparently Lean Beef Patty streams. Didn't know that. I think some more of them have moved kind of over to doing other stuff. I was trying to decide if I want to go the other way, if I want to go back to streaming on TikTok, since apparently it got extended again. I have no idea if I need to keep up with that platform or not, which is why I haven't been. Well, I was trying to figure out if I should set that back up. How about a used Switch Lite just for Xenoblade X? The price of Switch 2 ensures no remorse. I love my Switch Lite. I have one as well. It's like the perfect size and weight for what I want. I love my little light. Scott says I uninstalled Atomfall. Was half British. Wait, half British? Oh, okay. Half British Fallout, half survival sim. Nothing the first hour of gameplay that grabbed me to keep playing. That's fair. It looked interesting, but it's not my type of game, so I hadn't really been keeping up with it. Kicking the can down the road again, that's exactly it. And I don't know if I need to, like, keep putting time into it. Like, I feel like the answer is yes, and then if it goes away, it goes away. But it makes it very hard to, like, sit down and be like, okay, I need to make TikToks for the week, when it's like, it could be gone tomorrow. You know? Makes it very fresh. I'm gonna small vent. My job seems very frustrating at the moment between, like, Meta doing Meta things, TikTok maybe going away, maybe not. It's making things very frustrating at the moment in a way that it never really has been before. Trying to navigate some of that. British Fallout, isn't it? That's right. That's exactly. That's the back of the box review. Mrs. Payne has one too. She uses it for the light. If the light could hook to the TV, I would be sold. That is that's essentially why it's cheaper. Yeah, is that functionality gets taken away and you can't disconnect the Joy-Cons. So I like it a lot though. It's like the perfect weight and everything to play some of the. Because I'm just playing like JRPGs on it. Xenoblade X is a little small on the 5-inch screen, so I might eventually trade up to a regular Switch. It's easier to leave it. I have stream, though. The thing is, I have a roof I need to keep over my head. Yeah, the bigger vent is trying to figure out if streaming is still worth it to do full-time. And that sucks to say, because it sends half of chat into a panic, but is this viable anymore? And I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. So that's part of what I'm figuring out. Because the unfortunate part is when everything's more expensive, that means sub money go down. Which, obviously, it should, because people need to take care of families and things, but it is part of it. Half of you were the not panicking half. Yeah, it's, well, that's part of what we're figuring out, too. When everything's more expensive, streaming takes a pretty significant hit. So it's the other bit to figure out. There they go. There they go. Paranoia says, there aren't a lot of games I'm looking forward to at the moment. Doom the Dark Ages is one, and you go back and play Eternal again to prepare. I was seeing a lot of people are excited for, I guess South of Midnight is in, like, early release. I've been seeing a lot of good things for that, so I'm excited to check that out. It was already on my list, but seeing people excited about it has me excited. I will check that out. Some of us have to feign not panicking to appear at normal. Yeah. Well, trust me, I'm also panicking, but that is the very real situation we're at. Keep yourself alive and funded, but man, work will be so boring. Monday through Wednesday. We're going to try some new stuff. Part of that is me streaming a little bit longer. I do want to try a subathon. I think we're going to pair it up with the Elden Ring stuff. But we're gonna take a good shot at it and see where it all ends. If that makes sense. I'm stuck with the solo now. It's like a pet bunny that can't get rid of. It is called masking, yeah. Well, we'll give it a shot. But if you see me trying new stuff, that's part of it. We gotta make sure this still makes sense. And I'm hoping it still makes sense, you know? I want to give it a good try. Very nice. I did want Switch 2, never had a Switch 1. The trailer for Metroid Prime 4 came out when we were at Adepticon. I'll have to see what that price does. Could be a rough one. Nikki is friend, not just remind me our living is more important. Thank you everyone for support. I appreciate it. Speaking of, we do have, while I'm talking subs and things, we do have a sub goal. It is down below my face. When we reach that, you guys will get to help me pick out our next stream project. So if there's some Kingdom Death you want to see, or maybe we should get out some Dark Souls stuff, do another Magic card repaint, something like that, whenever we reach that goal, we will do that. I also have, for those who like more wish listy things, I do have a throne. So if you guys want to see some of that content here on stream, that is there as well. So if you would like to support the stream, there's a couple different things we've got set up. And then I'm going to try my best to find fun stuff we can do together. Stop muscling the mothers of children. It's okay if moms are buff. Don't make it weird. Don't ruin this like you did for sundresses. I feel like they do it on their own. That's not us. That's not us. No one ruins sundresses. Yeah, I'm with Panda. It's not weird for the rest of us. I'm just saying. Just saying. Will wants muscle mommies in sundresses. That's what I heard. Yep. That's all I got out of that conversation. But we're the ones making it weird. No. I see. That's how this has gone. My wife is right here, Cass. Muscle mommies in sundresses. Come work out with me, Cass. Let's go. It's leg day today. It's cake day. If she hears you, I'm going to the screaming gallery. Yeah, it's cake day, which is perfect. So we have to go to the bakery. That's right. Swole Sisters Unite. Let's go. Meet me at the gym. Panda says, the other night at Hanabi, I saw a dude in a skirt. And I was like, man, I bet that dude is comfy AF for this metal show. Absolutely. Get the airflow. Alright, let's go ahead and do the underside of the wings too while we're here. We got the paint. While we torture Will, I'll go ahead and work on feathers, I suppose. Totally accurate. Should I read that part out to Cass, who's right next to you? I feel like I need to be reading more of chat. Lude Will returns. He never left. He never left? I feel like I'm doing Will a bit of a favor here, not reading everything. Oh, she's reading her manga. Yeah, what manga is she reading? I have to brag. I am now caught up on the One Piece anime. I was reading manga for the last week straight, and I'm caught up. So there's more of the manga, but I am now caught up to the anime, which just had the new episode yesterday. So I caught up just in time, and I'm proud of myself. It was a ton of reading. So I will read. I'll keep reading and then enjoy the anime as I go, as it comes out. But I did it. All 1,089 chapters. Did it. Made it. Snow White with red in her hair or something. I can't be bothered to look left and ask. It will attract her attention. Her vision's based on movement, which will increase my risk of reading chat. Of her reading chat. Oh, I need to read louder. I see. Cass. Now to get into some more One Piece anime. It was kind of jarring because I stopped watching the anime. Oh God, 4 arcs ago, and I started reading. So now I came back to the new animation style, which looks really nice, but it's very different than the older style. Just getting used to that last night. Snow White with the red hair. Her vision is very much based on movement. Ooh, it's a romance manga. I know. I think they've mentioned that Cass reads those. I think there were some that were actually in the plastic too. So Cass is reading the good stuff. None of you move. She's getting coffee. Over here, Cass. Over here. Yeah, Cass got the plastic stuff. Just saying. Cass has got the good stuff. Jennifer is also jumping up and down. Best romance manga, Domestic Girlfriend. See, I don't read any of the romance stuff, but I've got Berserk. I've got Pun had plastic, so I know what's in there. Spicy Garbage Fire. What a great review. I too like spicy garbage fires. Don't move, you say. Cass, come tell us about your manga. I bet Cass's manga has muscle mommies and sundresses. What do you think, chat? I bet it does. If I had to guess. Absolutely. Just waiting for more yelling. There it is. I was waiting for more yelling. While I paint bird toes. She asked what I was watching. You all made me smile, and she noticed. It's over now. It's over. Now you're going on the TV. Hell yeah. Let's go on the big screen. Chat, what are we ready to ask Cass when we go on the big screen? What's your favorite manga that came in plastic? We need to know. Behave? You know who you're talking to. I know chat will make me proud when I look up. Hi, Cass. Jesse says, look at me. I did my dishes right away. I'm proud of you, Jesse. T-Dubs, thank you so much for that sub for 70 months of support. T-Dubs, I have some stuff to show you in just a moment. How are you? How's your weekend? What is the manga that William doesn't know about? We could do like a story time with Cass. Wouldn't that be fun? Story time with Cass. Why would manga come in plastic? Like the book is plastic or... yeah, the whole book is plaster wrap. It usually means there's naughty stuff in it. Usually means there's naughty pictures in there. That's what that means. She hasn't seen your sleeve. Oh, I can only show you part of it. Unfortunately with my outfit today. But I filled all that in. I know Will's just deflecting, but I'll show off my tattoo. She's now too close to the screen to discern what it is. I can post a picture later, Cass, if you want to see it. It can't be open looked at by prying eyes. Yeah, so for those in the bookstore, protects those eyes. Shush! What am I shushing? Okay, well, you're lucky I need to show T-Dubs some Votan. Because I spent Thursday and a good part of Friday working on Votan. And I got snow on them. Got our bases. I want to do like one more look over everything before I do some photos. But I think we're about done, T-Dubs. They were fun to finish up on Friday. There are many different types of, yes, that's true, that go into the plastic. They look awesome, I'm so glad. They were a lot of fun, T-Dubs. I enjoyed sitting down and kind of knocking out the rest of them Thursday, Friday. So yeah, photos here soon. Susan Cass a shop for new manga. Thank you, Ace of Mine, for the bits. I appreciate it. I don't know if I want to look at an auto mod. I'm going to leave that one in there for now. But we are new. Welcome in. How are you? We'll leave that one. New, what you up to today? I am working on my Bird Boy. Because everyone else is working on Conquest. And I want to work on Conquest. I tried to snap a picture of her inches from Nikki's face on TV, not being bludgeoned by pillows. That's okay. There should be a photo. Trying to think where Cass could get it. That should be on Instagram. I don't know if we follow each other on Instagram. I need to reshare it on Blue Sky. I like the snow hat color. Blends in with the army well. Yeah, I really enjoyed... I like that your army has, like, fighting while it's snowing. So I tried to kind of play off what you already had and put that on there. It was fun. She is attacking me for not telling her what Shenron's name is. She should know this. Okay, I'm on your side this time. Should absolutely know Shenron. Noob's gonna start putting together triceratopses, orange triceratopses. I tour on YouTube. That's true. YouTube also. Yeah. I just don't remember where Cass would be. But there are options if you want to check it out, Cass. Unfortunately, I can't take sweater off to show you at the moment. The one time I don't wear my my short sleeve shirts. Uh-oh. Of all the ones to read. Oh, so Nikki will tell me, but my own husband won't. No, I said I wouldn't. Should know Shenron. No Shenron. They're gray right now. Tito says, my first wave is almost done. 2 Sagittars to go. Hoping to airbrush them this week. Starting to get cold again. Gotta do it while the weather can. Even says, I laugh when I imagine Cass and Will shopping for manga. Cass opens a manga to show to Will. What do you think of this? Will screams. Cass goes, there we go. Choice. Made her choice. Read my comment. She wasn't helping you. She blames her lack of Dragon Ball experience on the patriarchy. You know what? I'll give her that. Sure. Sure. That's okay. There's always time to catch up on Dragon Ball. This is how I get you both to watch Dragon Ball, Will. There's always time to watch Dragon Ball. Scott and I just finished Super, so it's always time. I'm gonna give you the excuse to hop in with some Dragon Ball here. Go get her the Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, the manga. Get the big box set that I've got. Get the box set. I was trying to decide if I want to get OG Dragon Ball box set as well, just so I have the full collection. I've got one more Super I need to pick up. My boy's on the cover of the next one. I'm excited. It's a boys manga anime? No. Dragon Ball's for everyone. She said she wants to leave me here at the baby and go sit in your floor and read manga all day? Okay. She can do that. We can Dragon Ball together. I'll finish catching up with One Piece. She can Dragon Ball. It'll be great. She can show me all of her her plastic wrap manga. Be great. I think my wife likes the streamer more than I do. Wow. Wow. What happened to my streamer? Why are these tiny brunettes ruining my life? If you would just show her the things, we wouldn't have to do this. Well, you bring it upon yourself. Just watch Dragon Ball with her. You know Scott's not going to help you. Scott is also stuck with a tiny brunette. And he's like, if you insist on laying around reading manga, that's right. I mean, when I'm in here reading, like, I just snuggle up with the Piccolo body pillow too. So if Cass needs to bring her own body pillow, we can just set up a little fort, read some manga. It'd be great. Cass, who would your body pillow be of? Now that I know I have you on the TV. Peak weeb, it's the best. I get the gaming lights on. We just veg out. Now I have to explain body pillows, yes. I mean, I can get mine. Oh, let me catch up here. Cass with a left, she would. Perfect cell. I mean, could you blame her, though? Could you blame her? Make your weeb nest and read away. It's the best. He is it's in the name. It's in the name. I love that we now have to explain body. This is the best. I'm just sitting here trying to paint feathers and Will updates are the best. I feel like I'm leaving Chad out though. Chad, who would be your pick? We're building a fort. Who's your pillow? Well, while Cass gets to learn about this. Do I need to cook? I was waiting to see what Cass said. I can grab him if... I use a body pillow for sleeping, because this man doesn't like to cuddle. Because I'm so warm, I also cuddle when I sleep. Because I also can't stand any extra body heat. I furnace. I can't have someone next to me. No, thank you. She married a big fluffy dude, so she doesn't have to buy an expensive, heated body pillow? Why is it heated? Hold on, Cass is going beyond what we were talking about. She's Googling perfect. I do have a Garrus pillow cover, but the fabric is not good. Garrus, another strong choice. Strong choice. Cass, you want to look? Yeah, Dakimura. That's what you want to look up. Just waiting for whatever comes next to this Google search. There was there's that Steam game where you could do the store with the body pillows. Maybe we need to play that for Cass so she knows. I don't want to leave Cass out of anything, you know? She found them. Let's go. Pandas is going to shower so I can be clean for the Tarkir event and not a smelly nerd. Good job, Panda. Don't be that guy at the pre-release, for sure. No one wants to be that guy. Or around that guy. Mousebait, hello! Conquest was very hot at Adepticon. We all went in. How are you, Mousebait? Here's my burp. So, I don't know, he's looking... He looks weirder on camera than he does in person. I think I need to sort my lighting. I need to just take a day. The hard part is I want more lighting on the painting, but I am already glowing like a ghost. So that's what I gotta figure out. What are you up to today, Mousebait? Am I working 10 million days of overtime? She just wants them all. I have to see what she picks, though. You have to show me her new husband, though. Catch up here. I've always said you're glowing with my tall eyes. I am indeed. I am indeed. I saw the new faction. I already have 100 kingdoms, so... Were you gonna... I thought you said you were thinking about maybe selling a Mousebait. You gonna hop in with us? Maybe? T-Dubs is gonna head out and get some things done. Thanks for the update. Dwarves are looking awesome. Can't wait to see the finished photos. I'm so glad. We'll see you later, T-Dubs. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, as soon as... I'll do one more pass and then photos, and I'll send those your way. Get them back home to you. Studying... I gotta get a quiz done. Hey, Weevil, welcome in. How are you? Let's see. Sunday preview. Overwhelm your senses with the Emperor's Children. Oh, is it that time already? We were too busy talking body pillows. Oh, I was wondering if you were planning on selling your Conquest Mousebait. Or are you gonna come paint with us? When you have time, obviously. She wants all her favorite boys and girls. I don't think she's understanding the loot. That's okay, though. You can still enjoy. All these men and women, I'm over here screaming internally. I think she's got it. I think she's good. All right, let me hop over and I can show Cass mine if she wants to see it. Cass, would you like to see mine? Let me just move this dinosaur out of the way. All right. Let me get an article before I lose it. Didn't realize it was time for article already. She said yes and is now sitting cross-legged on the floor. Adorable. Okay, one moment, and I'll grab mine. As it says, no, I just have a ton. Going in a different direction with the army. I bought off a friend. I want more horsies. All the horsies. That was what Exalted's doing with his, I think. You can horsey together. There are PG versions of body pillows. Yeah. Hi, Cass. I love the thought of her just sitting on the floor reading chat. Does it like this camera angle on you? Thank you, Cass. I appreciate it. I like what I've got set up over here. It's that side we gotta fix, chat. All right, let me show you. See? All right, Cass, here's my husband. Whoops, I dropped him. See? And then look, depending on the one you get, Cass, he's also on the back, which, I mean, can look into that too if you've got... She's waving at chat. Hi, Cass. How dare you? I know, I'm sorry. But look, you can do the flippies. There's my... Oop. You can sit back here. You just flip them after dark. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you, Mousebait. While I'm here, I really miss where I could, like, swing between my painting and my computer desk. I'm wondering if I can move this room around. I don't want to, but, like, I kind of miss it. Time to go back. Heck no. He's mine. He's staying. Orange Pickle would treat me wrong, and I'm here for it. Blind Cow, you understand. She says the orange man is looking too seductively at her. How do I tell her it's the same? By watching Dragon Ball. I'm gonna get it to happen here. You do it by watching Dragon Ball. Unfortunately, you have a lot to watch to get to that answer, but it'll work. All right. Stop it. I have both on the same desk. Yeah, I can't do that, Mousebait. I don't know how some of the painting streamers do that. That would make me absolutely insane. I'm being abused in Minecraft. All right, we'll take a quick break here from Chaos to look at the Sunday preview. We have Overwhelm Your Senses with the Emperor's Children. So we have the Codex. The Sons of Fulgrim on Debauched Quest with a 112-page codex of supernatural excess. Covers the Emperor's Children, their fall from grace, their units, war gear, and stash of illicit combat drugs. 6 attachments let you choose your playstyle, be it arrogant duelist, mechanized throw riders, or tense alliances of mortal and demon. Supplemented by pages of stunning miniature photography, as well as combat patrol and crusade rules, and data sheets for every unit. Lurk for real sounds good. She wants Big Nicky back. We can go back after the article. All right, so we got book. Yeah, we got very different covers, which I like. I'm glad the special does get special art. It always felt weird when I was just like, we took a word off and we're going to charge you more money. Let's see. Succumb to Temptation with the Collector's Edition, which is unique cover art, soft pink foil page edges, and a black ribbon bookmark. Only available while stocks last. We got some fancy stuff. Excuse me. For those truly enthralled to Slaanesh, you can seek out even more limited edition codex. This package includes a copy of the codex with unique cover art, a series of 5 art prints, a double-sided metal medallion fragment designed to be united with 3 future pieces, 6 double-sided metal objective markers, a pack of 36 stratagem cards, 26 data cards, all contained in a special 2-part slipcase, available while stocks last. So if you want to go extra fancy, extra fancy for this one. We also have Fulgrim. Fulgrim is the paragon of the Emperor's Children, a twisted creature who wholly embodies the depravity and corruption that cuts through this once noble legion. After untold years in the warp, he is now a serpentine monstrosity that stalks the battlefield looking for enough of a challenge to entertain him, if only for a moment. He is suffused with a beguiling aura and equipped with demonic poisons that can bring the mightiest foes to ruin. The centerpiece miniature brings Fulgrim to the battlefield in his tormented glory, comes with a choice of 4 bare heads displaying different expressions and a helmeted head. Yeah, I was gonna say who would be picking up Fulgrim? I prefer the Heresy one. I know the Heresy one's like a nightmare to transport, but I prefer it. You have to buy all 4 limited edition codexes for the 4 bespoke Chaos Space Marines. I was gonna say, if it's all locked behind special stuff. Not in a million years, as I said. We also have updated Lucius. Perhaps the greatest duelist in the whole galaxy, Lucius the Eternal is as arrogant as he is cruel, seeking to humiliate the most skilled opponents in battle. Quite how he factors a semi-sentient demonic lash into the equation is up for debate, but given he's using the Blade of Lair, it's the ability to take over bodies of those who do kill him, we're not sure he's really interested in playing fair. Boo, Lucius stinks. I'm so glad he got a new mini. We've also got a Lord Cacophonist. Lord Cacophonist is a true connoisseur of his legion's sonic weaponry. The Doom Siren, crafted to his body, is complex and powerful. Its user uniquely attuned to the vibrations of battle. He leads his noise marines as a conductor in an orchestra of slaughter. The miniature comes with 2 head options, a choice of Screamer Pistol and Power Sword, 2 Screamer Pistols wielded gunslinger style. Little big old organ on your back. We also have the Lord Exultant. I do like this mini. This one's very cool. If I had Emperor's Children, buy him for the 30k. I got cast a booed Lucius. Alright, the Lord Exultant is an exemplar of war with an ego to match, risen to command in a warband. They apply the stars for the rarest and most terrible sensations, wading into the thick of combat to slaughter their foes in a lurid display of expertise. Kit comes with 3 right arm options, so a Power Fist, a Plasma Pistol, a Rupture Lash. 3 left arm options, so Phoenix, Power Spear, Power Sword, or Screamer Pistol, plus a choice of Bear Head or Helmet. So lots of options for this as well. We have the Flawless Blades. Driven by the pursuit of martial perfection and desire to entertain their demonic patrons, Flawless Blades are elite warriors armed with keen-edged bliss blades. So confident are they in their skills, they happily wager their lives against their foe. The patrons take great pleasure in training them of life. They fail to fulfill their side of the bargain. Skip builds 3 Flawless Blades with a choice of paired bliss blades or a mix of regular and hand and a half blades, as well as 9 interchangeable heads. Comes with a transfer sheet, including 150 transfers. We've got Noise Marines. Noise Marines, it's never, I want both. Photo and paragraph there. Noise Marines, Sonic Blasters, and Blast Masters to compose destructive symphonies soaring above the roaring din of battle. This kit builds 6 Noise Marines, is packed with options. 1 can be built as a Disharmonist champion, armed with a Screamer Pistol and Power Sword. 2 of every 6 can be built with Blast Masters. There's also an excess of heads, helmets, shoulder pads, and weapon front pieces available, which also come with a transfer sheet, including 150 transfers. Fat Rat, welcome in. How are you? How many are we counting, chat? We got 150 more. Tormentors and Infractors. Tormentors are legionaries who favor speed and aggression, pursuing the thrill of the kill beyond all sense, armed with bolt guns and more specialized ranged weapons. This kit contains 10 miniatures, a selection of cosmetic options, including 20 heads, 12 shoulder pads, and numerous accessories. No decals, though. No decals. And there is the Infractors. They can alternatively be built as Infractors, soldiers consumed by a desire to experience the sensations of battle up close, fueled by a dizzying concoction of combat drugs. This kit also contains a transfer sheet containing 150 transfers. We've also got dice and data cards. You guys know what those are. I'm not going to read it. We have a very fancy, very bright cover for Fulgrim, Perfect Sun. So that will be available to pre-order in fittingly luxurious special edition. Unique screen-printed art with foiled details. Signed and numbered introduction by the author. Available while supplies last. Very, very fancy. It does assault the senses. That's true. Doing what is intended. We've also got the less fancy version. Hardback, ebook, or audiobook. We've got Ahriman Undying. Looks like that's now paperback. Yep, so paperback for Ahriman. German language. We've got Renegades, Lord of Excess. And then the Horus Heresy Collection Omnibus will be available pre-order next week. Wolfsbane and the anthology Born of Flame. Coming to different languages. Got French as well. And then Warhammer Plus. The reveal of Grand Cathay for Old World. The Deep Strike team chat to key members of Creative Assembly for an episode of Total War Warhammer. Painting desk returns. Ed talks to heavy metal painter Carlos. Battle report. Report. Has Nick and Cy revisiting some of the classic matchups from the history of the series, including Cypher versus Belial, Perturabo versus Dorn, and more. Non-Community will take a second look at the Emperor's Children, the design interviews in the miniatures range, a closer look at the Crusade rules, and an interview with Jude Reed. Battle report. Report. I wish it said what base... Oh, Fulgrim was on? Yeah, that would be nice. I don't think they normally do, though, for the previews. That's fine. Auto mod. Aramon can have big knockers. That's fine. All right, Chad. Who's going to be picking up some Emperor's Children? I do like this mini. I'm glad Lucius has an updated model. I think I still prefer the Heresy Fulgrim, but that's just me. It's I will say, the paint job on this Fulgrim, amazing. Beautiful paint job on this mini. Cypher versus Belial has me interested. Gonna get Fulgrim's audiobook. I think I'd like to read the books at some point, but when I'm feeling more Warhammer again. 120 round. Yeah, let's go back. Sorry, that's what I meant to do. That's a pretty big base. What do we think base size, chat? It's pretty large. You may be right. It is on 100 mil rounds. This is the Fulgrim transfigured. I mean, that would make sense to keep it all. I think it's up there. 23 mils. I think 100 makes sense. All right, well, that's what we got, chat. 100 mil. I think that's a good guess. All right, I'll go back to here for Cass, and then we get set back up to go back to painting. We got some more burb to paint. So I look at my Flawless Hosts Renegades again with this new paint scheme I have. May I add some Emperor's Children to the mix for aesthetic purposes? We back. Hello. All right, now we go back to painting. We back again. Hello. Cass, do you want to see a big dinosaur? Before I put it back, this is one of Scott's big dinosaurs. Isn't that cool? Big dinosaur. She was back to reading manga on the floor, now she's back wrestling. This is probably the biggest dinosaur Scott has for Conquest. It's the size of my head. Big old Tontor. He's a big boy. Now she's mocking my models. Why aren't yours as big as dinosaurs? Here's back to burp. Sorry, I don't have dinosaurs today. I only have burp, but Scott did paint those models. It's all Scott at this point. Between dinosaurs and custodians, it's all Scott. He does have a nice beard. The dinosaur has a nice beard. He does have the apex too, yep. Anyway, so I don't need any models right now, but I'm worried about how the tariffs might affect prices. Yeah. I mentioned Scott was looking at the Conquest site just for like what else he would add on. I was like, oh, should we just go ahead and order now and like get what we want before we have to like write out the price changes? Something to consider for sure. If there's anything you've like really had your eye on, might be a good time. She said I should sell my custodians to buy dinosaurs. I love every time Cass is in chat. Buy the new car yesterday. Yeah, that's a good. Any house stuff, appliances, car stuff. Good to do that now. It's not just dinosaurs, also orcs riding the that's how we got to muscle mommies. Yeah. The dinosaurs have muscle mommies on them. It all comes back around, chat. It all comes back around. I'm sorry, I didn't pick the right faction for stream, apparently. I'm like, look at this cool bird guy. And chat's like, mm-hmm. It's fine, it wasn't my dream army or anything. I think your custodies are pretty neat. I think they're pretty cool. But if you wanted to work on something different. Dinosaurs. I have to type this verbatim. I have to know. How did we get roasted? The stream is always one step from muscle mommies. It's true. It's true. I mean, streamer herself is trying to become one, so we close. It's always a step away. Muscle mommy's greater than weeb stuff. That's fair. That's fair. Muscle mommy in my heart. I don't actually know how much. I think Scott went more dinosaurs with his list. I don't know how much he actually... Like, I know he has the ones that are riding those giant dinos I just showed. I don't know how much the smaller ones he's got. A streamer affirming muscle mommy discussion. That's right. Always welcome here. The limit of stream is always approaching. Yep. I'm so proud of our little community chat. The box I got has more foot troops. No muscle mommies, though. Have to order again. We have to go back. Alright, sorry chat. We're to feathers, which I know isn't the most exciting thing to watch, but just highlighting them up as we go. I'll probably do one more kind of quick highlight for the high points of these, but then I will probably call it good. Will says, I did a quick skim. When you started painting those guys, I liked them because there were so few of them. The gold made them stand out and look special. Now that you have so many, none of them look special anymore, you know? It's like Syndrome said, if everyone in your army is special, no one is. Gold is almost couch my love. Oh no. I think they're really cool all together, Will. I think they're neat. Mad Scythe, welcome in. How are you? You're hyped about the feathers. Thank you, bees. But someone is. She did. She went full out on poor Will. She's like, those aren't cool. Sell them and buy me body pillows. She roasted me. Oh, that I didn't paint a lot. And then all of them look the same. Just can't make her happy, Will. Can't make Cass happy. It's either it's not enough, it's too much. Custodian Six of Factions got clotheslined out of nowhere, right? I think they're cool, Will. I'm glad you got your dream army. I think Cash should paint more, that's what I think. I think she needs to paint more, too. Made some sumo oni? I'll get there. I need to build the... These three I've got on the table are all I've built so far. William probably has all the VTuber body pillows in somewhere. Absolutely does. Absolutely. Let's get some muscle mice. Oh, for Cass to paint? Absolutely. Oh. Alright. Trying to decide how much more feather I can do while we're together. That's what that little noise was. It's fine. Just a lot of, like, little highlights. From the floor, cross-legged in her cinema roll pajamas, she says, "Yas, queen, can I hear Nikki? Tell him to make me happy more." This television was a mistake. This is my favorite. Reaper, hello, how are you today? My favorite. We're torturing Will. How are you, Reaper? Blanca says, "I think I lost one of the war dog shoulder joints. That's what makes the arms posable." I was trying to remember. I think the piece I'm thinking of is the larger knight one. I think it's larger if you're looking for it, though. You have models, Cass? About you all the Star Trek. Didn't I feel like I remembered you getting some Reaper stuff, too. Am I misremembering? Or did those get painted? Those might have gotten painted, actually. Oh, Reaper's got the flu. I wish I was dead, but I have booster juice now? What is booster juice? I hope that you feel better soon, Reaper. And here's a self-care checkpoint chat. Chat, have we had our vitamins? Have we had some food today? Some water? Seems like the flu and cold is taking out a lot of people. Sure you take care of yourself today. Do the things. I bought her a lot of Reaper animals, but still gray. I don't know. I don't know that we can talk about the custodies if the animals are gray. I don't know. Same a small bit. Almost done vacuuming. Uh-oh, it hasn't appeared. That stinks, losing that bit. Had a salad. Nice. Nice, nice. I have a cold, refreshing Coke Zero and cheese, so I'm good. I picked up cheese and little... After we had, like, the meat stick things in Milwaukee, I picked up some turkey sausage ones. To have as a snack on hand. That resonates. Just had to take the arms off this mech thing I'm working on. Why are these arms so weird? Looks at the pic again. Oh, that's what the little pieces are. Oh, makes sense now. How much longer are we gonna stream for? About half an hour. Yeah, I think maybe next week we start the long streams. What do you guys think? Would you guys want to hang out on Sundays a bit more? Or during the week a little bit more? I want to get a couple things set up before we start them, but... Mostly a game that you guys can play when I have to get up to get lunch. I don't have that set up yet. None of the animals are gold yet, therefore they have the potential to stand out. That's right. Did you guys stop at the Cheese Castle Lane? We did not. It's not on our route. We go out by Rockford instead of through Chicago. So we did not. I think some friends in chat did, though. She says, "Husband, if you keep turning Nikki against me after she was just cast fan #1, I will soak your socks in mayonnaise." I'm still here for manga read day. Just saying. Stream every day for 8 hours a day? That would burn me to heck out. But I would like to stream a little bit longer. You have paint time? Let's go. We stopped at the castle. It's where I want my ashes scattered. Oh, it's called Callster. I'm like, what is that? Panda's here to freak me out. Thank you so much for the sticker. I appreciate it. I can't pick up right now, Panda. Thank you, thank you. She wants to know what, tea or coffee you'll be drinking? Well, I have my espresso machine. I can make her a lovely latte if she'd like. I just picked up some Earl Grey tea and I wanted to make that like London fog latte thing. Because I've not made that myself. So I picked up all the stuff to make that. We can make those. Yeah. Goose Attack, thank you so much, Panda, for the bits. I appreciate it. Mousebay, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Sorry, I was having to think through all the T's in my head. And a Larval, thank you so much for the sub for 41 months of support. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't want to pull you out of lurk, but I hope you're having a good one. Big Boss says, we left too early for the castle to be open. We did grab Wisconsin-only beverages to take home. You got Mad Scythe, Panda. With the Discord noise. London Fogs, that's what I've heard, and I've not made one, so I grabbed all the stuff to make it. Hope you're having a good day, Larval. We're just painting some Conquest today. Thinking about all the teas I'm gonna make. I got so he did. I like how my wife, who wouldn't let me go to Adepticon, is planning to go to my streamer's house. What the heck? I mean, next year, Adepticon, we can all go to the Cheese Castle. Well, Cass? Cheese Castle? Oh, Cass is gone. I'm glad London Fog sounded good. I need to make one. Or maybe tonight I'll make one. Cheese Castle. The real draw of Adepticon. The Cheese Castle. I'm bringing the Oblivious Human Sloth. Let's go. I will say, for those who didn't get to go, the new venue is so nice. It's so much bigger. It's almost too big, because we took a day to, like, walk around to, like, all of the rooms for, like, the tournament and stuff. It's almost too big and spread out. That's how much room there is. And then each of the hotels had, like, open gaming. So, like, we just set up each night in our own hotel for open gaming, and it was the best. So if you're thinking about it, yeah. The new venue is really, really, really nice. It's a little confusing at first just because they have, like, a lot of the skywalks in between buildings, and it's easy to get a little lost while you're getting used to it. So much more room, and there's, like, a food hall that we were walking to for lunches and stuff. If anyone has any questions about this Adepticon, let me know. We had a great time. I'm going to try and plan my sabbatical around Adepticon, so I have lots of time off. She's talking to Alexa about London Fog. Fair says, must go to the Cheese Castle. Must go to the ice cream shop that has the Malort flavor. Yep, we've got that on the list for next year. I think having a field trip out to the Cheese Castle, for those who don't get to make it that, like if you're flying out and you don't get to make it that way, or you're like us and you drive around. A little field trip. How are food drink prices? So in the food hall, it actually wasn't bad. There was a few places where it wasn't terrible. Obviously, it'll depend on where you go. And there's a little bit of markup just because it's a high tourist area. Because, like, the sports venue is right there. The convention center is right there. So, like, there is a little bit, but depending on where you went. Like, we went to one in the food hall where it's just, like, normal fast food price. There are people I never ran into that I only ran into you and the crew at the food hall. It was pretty funny. Yeah, like, it's so large. Like, it's actually hard to kind of find people. Which is why I'm glad we had Discord to kind of let everyone know where we're at. But 10 years, which I hit in October. My work gives us a 4-week sabbatical to do whatever we want. That sounds great. Just go and do whatevs. We still do the community articles. Oh, the Warhammer one? We did that one earlier. We did, it was Emperor's Children today, Reaper. Yep, we took a look. It was Codex and Fulgrim and... You found it! Awesome, Blonde Cow. Glad it showed back up. Well, I guess it also means the UK has changed clocks. I wasn't sure when that happened. If it was back at noon then. Our friends have swapped over. Especially the big NBA arena. The prices weren't too bad for many things. I got plenty of food for the cost. Yeah, we stepped out for a lunch also, and it wasn't too bad. We went to the Brat House, and it was pretty good. Not too bad. That's right, we were yapping earlier. I did that the other day. Lost an arm, bit of a sanctifier. Spent like 20 minutes searching the black hole floor. Finally found it. I always hate when it like bounces behind something. So you're just searching, searching, searching. It's like behind another thing. Banda, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. I will say with some of the subs and stuff that came in, we do have our sub goal. It's down below my face. If you guys want to pick the next thing we work on, we could maybe bring out some Kingdom Death. We could bring in maybe some Dark Souls. Things like that. But when we reach that, I'll get that together. If we want to do another Magic card repaint, throw that in. What the frick is in a London fog? So I haven't made it yet. I also need to do a little research. But it's the Earl Grey tea. It's milk. You make it like a latte. And I think a vanilla syrup. It's concerning. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but it does take a couple steps from what I've seen. But yeah, I think it's you're essentially making like a tea latte with some vanilla. One of my friends drinks it like water. She makes so many of them. I think like Butts and Cake were talking about it in Discord one day, and I'm like, I've never actually had one. I'm gonna get all this stuff and make it. So Cass will have to report back, and I will also report back when I make one. I usually have tea in the evenings, and I thought that might be a little much and keep me awake, so I've not made it yet. Don't like Earl Grey. That's fair, Mass Babe. I do wonder how much the like milk and the vanilla would change that, but I haven't had one yet, so I don't know. You need to give me, a matcha recipe. I kind of want to get into, like, having a nice matcha. I don't have one, unfortunately. Because I know a lot of it depends on the powder that you get. Avian. Like, getting the nice, like, ceremonial grade makes a big difference. But I don't actually have one. I just know what we did at Starbucks, which is fine. But nothing fancy. That was also many years ago. Sounds nice. I can imagine being reminded of London first thing in the morning. I'm here for it. I think, like, if I think London, I think nice rainy morning. A nice cup of tea. That sounds real nice. I'm here for it. Y'all think I'm extra. Be prepared for my wife. She's either at 0 or 10,000%. Somehow considered neurotypical, which I refute by the fact that she married me. You know, sometimes easier to hide than others. Alright, we're getting there. Trying to blend out this metallic a little bit. I've got to find a better Evil Sun Scarlet. I hate that I can't really do the highlights for that right now. Because my paint is crap. Guess whenever Scott next goes to the game store, I'll have to tag along or make a special paint trip. Pick out a red I like. Any ideas for what you're gonna do the bases? No. And I wish I did, Panda, because I want to start it on the Kisane too. Because for her, I want to build up the base a little bit, like give her a little bit of height. But I haven't decided yet. Because we did the kind of cherry blossom on the Bushido. I don't think I want to do the same thing. I was almost thinking more like reeds and grass. Also dipping a bit more into like the Japanese maple almost. Go more like autumn with it. Sorry, stretch first. Bamboo could, yeah. But I don't know, I want to do something a little different than what I've got for Bushido. And then, yeah, build it up a little bit more for the Kitsune. I shared this with her and she's starting to put me in the matcha. Oh, rice field style bases? Yeah. Well, I did the cherry blossoms for Bushido, so I don't want to do the exact same thing. Yeah, so that's what I just showed, as I did it for Bushido. And I think my Malifaux I was also going to do, so I kind of want something different. But I haven't quite decided what it'll be yet. I'll be honest, basing is a weak point of mine, so I need to find something I can do whatever I want kind of easily. Because I don't enjoy the basing the way that other people do. So whatever I pick, I want it to be pretty easy to knock out altogether. She's making a London fog with matcha, which is... She's making both. Why is she turning on the stove? Yeah, London fog with matcha sounds pretty gross. But if she's making both, then cool. A Zen garden? Yeah, maybe. Trying to think how that would look on a base. I don't know why she's turning on the stove, unless that's how she's heating milk, which it could be. Oh, Total War 3 cafe maps for inspiration. Life in Madness. I can recommend Astrogranite. I'll leave that one in auto mode. Your taste buds are so off. Oh, that's the worst part of being sick. When you can't, like, hear or smell or taste anything. Hey, Wolfsark, how are you? Welcome in. We're working on some Conquest today. Sorry. I've got my Tengu that we decided to start with. And 15 fire dragons. Let's go. Went shopping real quick. The guy looks great. Thank you. He's, I wish I had the red. I need to pick up a new pot of our red. But, yeah, I'm happy that he's coming along. I think a unit of 3 of them would be really cool. The other cool part is there's another Tengu unit that's archers. So we'll do a unit of these and then probably pick up the archers later. Oh, the Torii gates? That would be cool. It's just... This is the space we have, chat. Like, there's the stand that they sit on. But, like, there's not a lot of room. You know? Like, you could kind of... I guess you could stick them back behind the unit. But... How do you paint so fast? The biggest part is finding color combos that you know work together. So, like, I know when I do this green, I know what other greens I can use. Or, like, feathers. I've painted feathers like that before. So that's a big part of... I don't have to guess as much for colors. And that just comes from painting a lot. The stove is for steamed milk. Yep, that makes sense. Because the milk frother I bought her isn't good enough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's been a while since I've been to a pre-release. I just need my little land kit right. On anything else? I think so. Maybe sleeves if you wanted sleeves. One Torii gate would be nice for an army board. Yeah, I feel like maybe. But, like, I've seen in Malifaux, I've used the little, like, little lanterns. They use group minis. They have the, yeah, they end up on stands. Yeah. Oh, were you thinking like Kings of War mouse bait? Yeah, that would be cool if you had like a giant multi-base. You're getting spicy. Be right back. Uh-oh. Yeah, Big Boss. That's what I used on the Bushido. So I'm trying to not use the cherry blossom on everything, is why I'm trying to do something different for these. Because I've already got this on Bushido, and it's going to go on some of my Malifaux stuff. Yeah. It's a really nice kit, though, if you guys do like the cherry blossom. Or if anyone else is working on Yoroni and needs some cherry blossom. I do have a link for huge miniatures. It's not on my stream deck. What have I done? Exclamation huge, I believe, will bring it up. But, yeah. You guys are... I think it's just huge. I can't remember now. There it is. If you guys want to check out the cherry blossom, that's what I used. Maybe they have something fall I could use. 6 Foot Squirrel, welcome in. How are you? All good, Big Boss. Yeah, no, it's a good shout. And if anyone else is looking for them, absolutely check them out. They're really nice and easy to use. It's in the closet, so I won't get it out. But I got a giant bucket of just the cherry blossoms. They also have the scatter, which is what I used, where it's got like the grass and the little cherry blossoms in there. And then I got the little actual tufts too. So they have all of that if you like that. Doing good, because I work on infiltrators later. Let's go. Hope you enjoy. Okay, I'm trying to pick like one more thing we can work on together while we're here. I'll just keep blending metal for now. There's kind of a big step between these two. I might just go ahead and mix it so make it easier. What is everyone else up to for the rest of today? What we got, chat? I'm gonna get some lunch and I'm gonna work out. And then probably a mix of Monster Hunter and building more Conquest. I think it's gonna be my day. If Slam feels like suffering more with Monster Hunter, do that for a bit. Otherwise, I may do some building. I'm trying to decide what the armor near his waist. I don't know if that's supposed to be silver or... It looks like it is. The others have stuff in front of their waist, so it's hard to tell. I'm gonna go with silver. Executive decision made. Silver now. You guys are really working auto mod today. That one's fine though. I thought since I just finished building my Betor Big Butts deck. Scott was looking at Betor the other night. Barely buying cherry blossoms. Please describe. Oh, sorry. What am I describing? Hi, chat. It's me, Cass, the Pun Queen. Will no longer has access to his internet because he tried to stop my art. I've absconded with his phone. I'm hiding in the bathroom. So tell me his darkest dirt. Chat, what do we want to tell Cass? This is the time. What do we want to tell Cass? I'm trying to think if he's had anything spicy lately. The story that always comes to mind for Will is, I think you were watching Fruit Basket. And he wanted to say he wanted to eliminate the Chinese zodiac. But Automod caught that phrase without the word zodiac at the end. And that makes me laugh every single time. Every single time. Will just doing a casual genocide in my Automod. Yes, his parents are getting home from a 2-month trip, so probably having dinner with them. Sounds good. His Google history from stream times, that's right. I'm so radiant queen, thank you. Your tattoo is pretty. He didn't like Fruits Basket? Apparently not. Uh-oh, was that the actual dirt? I think it might have been. Yeah, he said he wanted to eradicate the Chinese zodiac, but Automod didn't catch that last word. They just highlighted the first bit, which I don't really want to repeat on its own, but it was really funny. It was really funny. Trying to decide what color this... I think we're going to do like an off-white. It's got like one little cloth back here. Maybe Baneblade? Yeah. Well, Cass, it just so happens I have an entire folder on my desktop dedicated to things your husband has said on the stream. You're the guy who sent the All Might figure. Bless your heart, it made him cry. Oh. Oh my god, it's J-Rod. Thank you so much for that sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Enjoy your emotes and free viewing. Thank you, thank you. Let me catch up here. For the Tengus, lots of rope and cloth belts on the armor. I was curious about the Tengu armor. I'm just going with a basic kind of steel workup here. I know, I think one of them had more of the, what I kind of think of for the, like, samurai armor, where it's more of the cloth and stuff. Where it's not quite the metallic-y tones. I decided to just do a mix across all of my stuff. He told me he liked Fruits Basket, the giant ginger booger. I don't know. I just know what Automod caught. That's all I've got. That's the dirt that I've got. I think that's about it, though. I think everything else you are aware of. Gotta run get coffee. Take care and have a happy Sunday. Thank you so much for coming by, Mousebait. We'll catch you next time. It was good to see ya. Hope school stuff goes well. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye for now. I think I'm just gonna blend out this metal and then also go get lunch. We've made good progress on Bird, but... Okay, well. Panda, thank you so much for the sticker. I appreciate it. The timing was just funny. I didn't build the Tengu. I feel like I'm missing something, maybe. I got lost in something. For, like, building, like, they were pretty straightforward. I think the only thing was getting the shoulder to stay on. Everything else was pretty easy. One of the follows are direct quotes. Automod thinks you're calling Nikki a big dummy. The statue's on his desk right by his computer. He wants to display it better. Cute. You can put it with the custodies, yeah. We have the Apple TV. Oh, busted. Wait, are you both? Oh, excellent. You're both using the account. I love it. We haven't told any secrets. Well, nope. No secrets at all in this chat. Oh, I remember that one. I wouldn't want you to take time out of your busty schedules. I remember that one. What was... Oh, there was a recent one, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was about Monster Hunter. Mom Hunter, that's what it was. It wasn't Mon Hun, it was Mom Hun. That's what it was. He was asking about mom hunting. That's what it was. Monster Hunter, yep. There we go. I knew there was something I had to just remember. That's what it was. That one made me laugh really hard. Mom Hunter, is it for the Switch? If anything will get Butts to get a Switch too, it'll be Monster Hunter. of people's bus husband. Everyone get your popcorn. We good now, chat. We good. I have Ellie's totally awesome. I need to go feel him up for research. Love it. Love it. We do love an out of context hobby quote. Tariffs be damned, I'm going hunting. Have the little sign in your window, gone hunting. This one I have titled Will's Bathroom Technique. Oh. Oh. That's something I'll never look up. A game called Monster. I think it was like while we were waiting on stream to start. He wanted a Monster Hunter update. And unfortunately, was not what he asked for. That one's fine. That's okay, Autumn. I love that this is what you save on your computer, Son of Horus. I love that this is what you've decided to save. Quite the collection. Alright, chat. I think it's probably a good place to stop. We've got our metallics. They're good for now. I do want to do one more highlight for the metallics. They're not quite done, but they're in a good spot to where I would have to spend more time to get all that together. So I think this is a good place to call it good. I think, like, obviously we can bring him back another day while we're working through Conquest. We do have the Oni, excuse me, that I also want to start, so I gotta fix this lighting. It's bothering me. We can start the Oni. We also have, as soon as I figure out kind of how I want to do the colors, we have the Daimyo, and I'll work on building the rest of them. So that's what I got, Jeff. What do we think? Oh, we gotta put his little... Dang it, I gotta get this back on there too. Maybe I'll leave it separate for painting, and then we'll put his little instrument back on. But unfortunately, it just popped off while we were painting. But that's what we got. So thank you, everyone, for coming to check out Conquest with us. I think tomorrow I want to do... Our friends over at Steamforge sent me a box of the 2-player starter set for War Machine. And I think I want to go through that tomorrow. So if you guys want to come check out some War Machine, we will go through the box and probably build a couple dudes. So let's plan on that tomorrow. Otherwise, if you want to come hang out in between streams, we have our Discord. If you did sub, we do have our subscriber lounge. So make sure you link your Twitch and your Discord to get the sub lounge. Socials, I am trying to be better about Blue Sky. So I'm trying to post up there. But I am also on TikTok and Instagram for now. I'm going to be moving to YouTube Shorts so you can catch me there. And if you want to use the YouTube, there it is. So I post our VODs. If you want to check out the other video games and stuff that we played, that is over on YouTube. So thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out. Thank you for all the support. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for some War Machine. Bye-bye for now.